watch 'em run away. I got none. I'll be standing on my own, never gonna take my throne. I got no rival, watch 'em run away. I got no, 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 I got no, no, no rival.
Hey, what the hell? Why you hanging on the rooftop by yourself? I have an open invitation, but you're telling me go get lost. I don't wanna see your face. Yeah, what the hell? So why don't we stay out till the morning light? Cause two wrongs can make a right. We're just doing what we feeling right now. Some Chardonnay, we camp in the parking lot. Leave traces of plastic cups. We're just doing what we feeling right now. So what the hell? Why you hanging on the rooftop by yourself? Always waiting for the one, but I got news for you. I'm the best that you can get, so what the hell? Yeah, what the hell? So what the hell? So what the hell? What are you waiting for now?
till the quiet and the echoes became colder. And I never really knew that it was over, till the quiet and the echoes became colder. You took my love, then gave it back. It's yours to leave, but it won't keep me from this heart. And I'll try to carry on again, but I never really knew that it was over.
Running round like dollars in the wind, bending over backwards just to let you in. I told you that one day ain't never enough. You tell me I hate you, I still call you up. If we don't got trust, we can never have love. I was putting in the hours, I was. But you were calling me a liar, 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 liar. Yeah, I've been putting in the hours, I was. And it's coming down to now and now and now and now and never. I was putting in the I'm sick of fighting the things that you said. I don't wanna burn all our bridges ahead. I'm tired of going to bed when you left me on red just to turn up the noise in my head. I told you that one day ain't never enough. You tell me I hate you, I still call you up. If we don't got trust, we can never have love. in the hours I was. But you were calling me a liar, 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 liar. I've been putting in the hours I was. And it's coming down to now and now and now and now and never. I was putting in the putting in.
Got wandering eyes that I seem to follow. Can only stay still for some time. I've never aligned with the city's glow.
Ladies and gentlemen, Frost Esports is live yet again with Frostiverse of Madness numero 4. Brought to you by Hot Pockets. Perfect midnight snack, by the way. Doesn't interrupt anybody. The microwave is very, very quiet. Would you like to introduce yourself today, Mr. Liontoast, to the crowd?
Yeah, so I'm Liontoast. Super excited to be here, commentating on Frost Esports' Pocket League's Frostiverse of Madness number 4. Well, I'm super excited for tonight. I'm looking forward to the games. We got a lot of amazing ones that amazing games see on to later tonight. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, and we have quite the show for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, we're going to go ahead into winners semi-finals, actually. Take a look at the bracket right over here. And our first game, actually tonight, is going to be right at the top there, to the left, Psyche versus Misty. Batman versus Bugs Bunny. That's going to be an interesting matchup right there, ladies and gentlemen. You have anything to say, Mr. Liontoast, about that matchup and other possible, well, the only other possible matchup on the bracket?
Yeah, I'm really excited to see Psyche and Misty play. I mean, we saw it the last time we commentated together, right? In the last one's tourney we commentated together, where Psyche and Misty C fought twice. The last time they met up being in grand finals of that tournament. So they have a lot of matchup. Again, they've fought a lot of times, and I'm really excited to see like how the balance patches have really like impacted this matchup, and like, you know, will Psyche be able to repeat the dominance that we saw from him last week?
Yes, and we are already heading underway right here, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Batman looking like Batman, as he always is, and of course, you know, Bugs Bunny. So, the match is underway, ladies and gentlemen. Batman, Bugs Bunny, Psyche versus Misty C. Winner semifinals. Alright. And the match is starting. Multiverses loading screens. We love them.
Yeah.
We love the multiverses loading screens. All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. The match is now underway right here, and Misty already with the strong, just leaps and bounds forward, trying to get that aggressive head start on Misty C. What do you think, Lion? Is Psyche's plan to kind of alleviate himself of this aggression here?
Yeah, I think definitely like Misty has stepped up the pace a lot since the last time we saw him play this matchup, because what Psyche did so much in the last time we saw him play is he was just kind of sitting back and playing around the setups, not really letting Misty like dictate the pace of the game. So I like what we're seeing from Misty here with Snare Up Air securing the kill. He's constantly running at Psyche. He doesn't really care if he gets him burn out too much, because if he gets these neutral openings like we see him getting now, it's like you can get kill Batman like so early.
Yes, and Psyche is a very, very calculating and very meticulous player, right? So this aggression could be just what the counterplay is to his style, right? He's just trying to find that opening, but if you're just bolting towards him at supersonic speeds, you know, there's really not much time to think, right? So right now, Misty C seems to be playing in disadvantage. Oh, Psyche taking the stock right there. Pretty much an even game. Although, decent deficit considering Batman is on the lighter side of the medium weights, right? So, we got Misty C kind of playing around Tunnel here, but Psyche trying to disrespect Tunnel, actually. What are we thinking here, Lion, on the bug setups that Misty needs to play around?
Yeah, I think just like getting these like setups like these tunnels to secure like stage control, right, is so important. We don't have shields in the game right now, even though that test was on, and in the test you can kind of like shield against those, right? But currently you kind of just have to respect the space that's given by those tunnels, and we see like Psyche trying to like play around the center of it, or like trying to play around the edges, but Misty is being able to get so much value out of just reducing the amount of stage control Batman has, especially because when he gets him in that corner, he's playing this really heavy rush down style that we've been seeing throughout this game, which is like really smart by him, I think. And here we see Misty in advantage, just kind of getting as much space as he can. Psyche though answered the combo of his own. That should be a kill. Yeah, wow, amazing bat bomb setup to just get that early kill.
Yes, Psyche is an expert at the Batman timed KOs, as we saw not only from Grand Finals, but if you've just seen Psyche play Batman before, he's just so good at getting those Batman timed KOs based on, you know, the Batman timer with the battering ground bounce into up B. But Misty C taking round 1, a hot start, like Hot Pockets. A very hot start by Misty. That is a beautiful round run there. They're right underway to you know, round 2 right here. Let's see how Psyche not only responds, but also the adaptations, as always, ladies and gentlemen, that will be made by both players, Misty and Psyche. Let's see how they both advance their game plan right here. So what do you think Psyche needs to do to alleviate this aggression? Does he need to play slower, faster? What does he need to play with in terms of you know, the smoke bomb batarang usage?
Yeah, I think either using battering a little bit more like sparingly, like because Misty is doing a lot of like ID approaches, right? Like instant aerial dashes. So I think you could either like try and anti-air some of them, because a lot of them are like nair and forward air. So maybe you try and do like up tilt to like kind of go against those. But I don't know, it's so hard because Bugs when he's IDing at you, his arrows are just so hard to deal with. Like you see there, like he ID nairs at him, he's just kind of giving like that space and then just punishing him for it. And we see the same kill goes for the reverse up air that time to secure the kill. That's a crazy setup. I've never seen the reverse up air version of it, but that's like so cool to kind of secure that kill.
Yeah, Psyche again is just an expert at Batman. Bat bomb confirms, because he's practicing even in season 1 on the Joker, right? With those I believe it was not the spade card, the other one. I forgot what it's called. Lion, help me out.
Harder explosive, it's one of the two.
One of the two, for sure. But yeah, not only that, but you know, Psyche obviously used to the battering as well. Very similar to the Joker card, you know, heart card. Oh, looking to clear this one right here. Oh my gosh.
The setups are just so good. Yeah, we see like the Misty just can't get a lot of the same openings he was getting round 1. So he's kind of warmed up to the match. And getting right like back with these like aggressive things. Like he's not letting Misty like set up the same way. Like Misty tried going for a safe there, he just gets anti-aired by the up special. He's trying to get these combos off, but he's getting bataranged, and there's just so much pressure being exerted here.
Yes, and the anti-airs as well for Batman are just so good, especially up tilt into nair specifically is such a good tool. And Misty just loves the nair button, right? Whether it be the ID nair, dash nair, just anything. And Psyche could use not only up tilt, but battering as well, because Batman has quite possibly one of the best frame advantages in the entire game. Really good frame data, just absolute monster, especially with the jab, up B, just everything frame data wise. The only drawback being, you know,
wow,
kind of light, you know, that's the only drawback. Yep.
Misty really tries to like, he's a stock down, he's like, I need to get, you know, this stock fast. He's at like 50%, goes for that aggressive option, but ends up in burnout and gets punished by it, by Psyche. And you know, that's game 2. Psyche with a pretty solid response, I'd say, to what Misty was doing all of game 1. He's not letting him get away with these super aggressive like ID aerials. He's not really getting caught out in like these situations that we saw game 1. And going into game 3, it's really all about like, how does Misty like deal with the fact that Psyche is now throwing out these better defensive options?
Yes, not only that, but also the better offensive setup options that there's just almost, honestly, almost no counterplay too, especially the first, you know, 2 stocks, right? Oh, wow.
What a kill. Just both players are so explosive in how they just get these stocks off one hit.
Yes,
we see like off rocket or like off jab with bat bomb. It's like both of these setup tools are just so good at getting early stocks on the other. And here we see Misty in burnout with bat bomb, but I mean, how much is he gonna take for this? Psyche tries going for an up air, gets nared in response, and they're both kind of back. I mean, both players are just trying to get their opening.
Yeah, we're getting a reset of neutral here, and Misty's using a nair a lot in disadvantage here, especially on the other side of stage, as well as, well, now the other side is fake as well. But Psyche
Yeah.
clearing the KO. And we're in the same spot as we were in game 1. Psyche was at the same exact damage in the same exact setup, although I believe it was in Trophy's Edge. So let's see how this plays out now that it's Sky Arena.
Dude, the stairs for Misty are so good. Psyche wants to conserve these resources to not really waste anything when going for these recoveries back. But Misty's like, I'm just gonna IED Sarah you, and it's like, what do you do about it? And he catches the double up air, and I mean, wow, what a response from Misty to game 2. It's like Psyche felt so in control all of that last game, and Misty's just like, well, I'm gonna kill you at 0 and get the full lead, and it's just, it's so hard to deal with when you're that far in advantage.
Yeah, that is wild. That was a really good hard read by Misty right there on the dodge in. And Misty C kind of responding back. It might have not been a 3-stock, but it definitely was a response telling Psyche, hey, I am still in it to win it, and I have the set lead on you. Right? So now it is up to Psyche to stay in winner's side, right? Especially on this game and quite possibly the next. So we will see Psyche's response right about now. Chugging over that batarang into up air. Not quite getting anything out of that bat bomb confirmed though. Really unfortunate. But
he actually opts to instead go for battering there. He's like, battering's falling off stage and I kind of need that to deal with a lot of these bugs aerials, so I'm just going to go for that instead. And I mean, it proves to work out. Starts it all off with a battering and manages to get that stock pretty early onto Misty, and now has basically a full stock lead. But we've seen how fast they die when Bugs Bunny starts hitting those up tilts.
Yes, sir. These stocks can go away like hot butter, or melt like the cheese in Hot Pockets. Am I right? Am I right?
You're so right.
Anyways, Psyche is getting a lot of mileage with Batman anti-airs, especially catching that Misty is doing a lot of nair mash attempts, especially in Burnout right there on the first stock he took. So he's taken definitely note of that. But
that was such a sick setup. He actually uses the vacuum hitbox of Bugs jab 1 to pull the safe towards him, and then gets a full like neutral attack follow up off of it. That's such a cool thing that I don't think I've ever seen any Bugs do before, and it isn't enough to save him that stock, but I mean, it gets him that eventually.
Now it's personal.
yeah, however, hey, Misty gets the response right there, but of course Psyche took another stock on the board, so Misty has to play this really, really well, and it looks like, oh, never mind. So much can happen so quickly, right? The rocket, safe setup, bounty safe. Oh, it wasn't quite a bounty safe right there, but Misty might go back to that safe and make something happen right here as an option select. Doesn't opt to use it.
He just ignores it. He's just like, I have such a good advantage state here that I don't really want to waste the pressure going for this safe hit. But, and I mean, we see it there, it's just on the stage, he gets to use it, but Psyche using that batarang to really get there. And he actually angles the grappling hook up, and like he just knows that Misty's not going to be dodging the bat bomb, so he's like, I'm just going to wait to see where it goes and follow up off that, which is so sick. But Misty getting that nair, potentially getting this stock in. Wow.
My gosh, ladies and gentlemen, history has repeated itself in terms of, what was it, game 2,
It was
I
a
believe?
3-1. Yeah, I mean,
Or no, not game 2.
games 1, 3, and 4, yeah.
Yeah, where
and-
Misty got that hard read on the up bat.
Yeah,
Twice
he's
on Psyche right there. Wow,
I
and
mean,
that's
it's
one of the set.
it's just so good from Misty. He knows that like if you're in that spot, like you have like that stock advantage, or like the game is slipping, right? Like it's a losable situation. He's like, my opponent is gonna panic, and he's caught that dodge 2 games in a row to essentially win the set. It's kind of tragic on Psyche's end, because like arguably he was kind of just winning that game, and it might have gone to game 5, but Misty doing so well to just like, he's like, I'm down, but I'm never out of the game. I'm playing Bugs Bunny, and I'm just gonna kill you at 0%, and that's what he did. So I mean,
Yeah, and I
props
do
to Misty.
love the way that Misty opted to use safe right there and kind of ignore it to keep it as a mental stack. You know, he could have possibly used it, but he didn't, right? And that just kept Psyche's mind occupied, right? He's gonna hit the safe.
Yeah.
He's gonna hit the safe. And he's not gonna hit the safe. He's chasing me. He up-batted me into the blast. Right? And he
like-
was able to get that chase with the safe at the very end that opted to get that off-stage kill, which I found very interesting.
Yeah, he ends up just like eventually just leaving on stage, and it's like it's just there. Like I'm not gonna like waste it. I can just use it later. And like we see him later get that nair hit on the safe, and then he just like goes flying into the blast zone, and it's like this is why it's like sometimes just really good to just have like things on stage that you can just like use whenever you want. We see him go for like a lot of bouncing safe setups, but that time missing the bouncing safe was actually just so good for him and kind of let him make that win happen and make that win possible.
Yeah, and definitely went on the Batman side of things, right? It's like it was so good with the Bat Bomb confirms, right? But he did let some go, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot of mental stack when tunnels are around, as well as bouncing safe, falling rocket, all those other things, right? But yeah, I didn't see smoke bomb too much being used in play here.
Yeah,
Did you notice a smoke bomb usage, Lion?
he threw out a few of them, but to be honest, against Bugs Bunny, like when Misty is playing at the breakneck pace that he was, especially at the start of the game, it kind of conditions Psyche away from using that tool because it's like you're gonna be mostly approaching with those ID stairs and nairs that we saw him love to go for, and it's like the smoke bomb doesn't really work against those, and like against those safe setups and like those tunnel setups, it doesn't do too much. Like you don't have like like the positioning to be able to really set up that smoke bomb on the tunnel setup. So that's kind of why I guess we didn't see it that much. But I mean, I really think what won Misty this set, like that set in the end, was just really good play around those
Yes, sir. Around Batman neutral and all that
and
beautiful stuff.
and going into our next set, actually, we have Oog the Legend versus Jungle. We got the classic Smith versus Wonder Woman matchup that Oog has played so late in these tournaments so many times. Last time we saw him, I think it was against Shiro, but this time he's fighting it against Jungle. And I'm really interested to see how this one is going to go for him. Getting off into the game, though, we have like these explosive like jab starts that we're so used to seeing from Agent Smith, right? And then for Jungle, I mean, what more is there to say? We're just going to see a lot of these dash attacks and nairs that we're seeing and these great advantage states that he's known for having. So I'm really excited going into this game to see how this one's going to turn out.
Yeah, even game so far, but, you know, more to be said about these players, right, is Agent Smith, obviously, very volatile jab. And we often see Oog the Legend kind of fighting the, you know, the more meticulous Wonder Womans, right? Not to say that Jungle isn't meticulous. It's just he works at a very fast pace, as you guys saw right there. Just explosive, right? Quite possibly one of the most explosive Wonder Womans when it comes to advantage state, especially in edge guard situations. Loves option select. Loves option select, whether it be with lasso, fadeaway stairs, fade in stairs, all the good stuff. But Oog talking back to him, right? And Jungle finding, oh, the counter from Oog. A lot of stuff is happening right now. And within that, we have Jungle finding a jab. A lot of jabs are going to happen in this set, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of jabs. Whether it be from Agent Smith or even a counter hit from Wonder Woman, right? Because both of their jabs have such good frame data. Especially Agent Smith. Oh my. Agent Smith's jab is almost an anti-air as well. It's so good. But Oog! With the parry and the grab? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, just so good for me, right? Making that space. He actually secured the first kill with that jab up tilt into neutral, what is it, like the bug. And like using those command grabs is gonna be so important. Like we see him throw out a lot of like clones trying to get on this Wonder Woman armor. But I mean, right here we're gonna see jab up tilt up air, and it's gonna be enough to secure the kill, and he's at a lead. 128 is really easy to kill in Wonder Woman, like we see there with the jab up tilt, but now both players at an even stock going into that final soccer game one for both of them.
Yeah, usually Oog has a little bit of a harder time finding his way in on Wonder Woman's, right? But it seems like against Jungle with this faster play style, he's finding a lot more windows to get those dash jabs in, I notice as well. Since there are more opportunities of being presented, right, with those fast-paced play styles, which I find very interesting. Whereas someone like Shiro, for example, they just love jump neutral. Eventually you'll press a button. But with Jungle, he loves buttons. He loves buttons.
like presenting a lot more opportunities. Like we're seeing Oog, like even there, like with punishing that dash attack and just getting that free jab off, and we saw that a lot throughout the game. So honestly, I think Jungle needs to focus on like how he's like approaching Oog, because right now he's just giving him all the options, and even though he's controlling the pace of the game against an Agent Smith, you can't be letting him get all these jabs in like as free as he's trying to get. So I think it'll be really important going into game 2 that we kind of see him take like maybe a step back and play a little bit more for time, because Wonder Woman cooldowns just kind of are better than Agent Smith cooldowns. And like playing slow and playing defensive is where Wonder Woman can really start pressuring Agent Smith and making his life really hard.
Yeah, so this is a kind of one of those clash of playstyle versus matchups, right? This is one of Oog's notorious matchups. He hates Wonder Woman now, right? And, you know, he's fighting one right now. However, Jungle, being one of the more aggressive Wonder Womans, is presenting more opportunities for Oog to punish, like we said, right? So this is kind of a clash to his playstyle as well. So both of these players are actually facing their demons right now, essentially, which I find to be very, very interesting. And we're going to see that in this game right here, ladies and gentlemen. Now that they've kind of, you know, oh, I know what you're trying to do now, right? Now that we've seen the first game. But Oog, overcoming that first little hurdle, first little game. Let's see how Jungle responds. Let's see how Oog keeps this going, if he keeps it going.
Yeah. All right, starting into game 2, right? Both players kind of fishing for that opening. Jungle manages to land that nair, combos into dashing up special, goes and presses the advantage even further, getting that 50 damage opening. Just so important to be able to rack up that percent lead to get Agent Smith, make him get really antsy. And like these up specials are so good in pressuring him. When Cher was succeeding against Oog last week, we really saw like him juggling so well into Agent Smith and using these up specials that we see to pressure this disadvantage.
Yeah, and we see Jungle having a hotter start, like a hot pocket, right now into Oog. But, you know, with Oog being able to get some stage control with the, the Secret Service did not respond fast enough, unfortunately, right there.
Yeah, wasn't able to really save him from the menace that is Wonder Woman's side special. But right here, like Jungle is just at such a comfortable spot. Like this is where Jungle really thrives, where he's in advantage, right? He's pressuring as hard as he can, and like he just overwhelms opponents sometimes with Wonder Woman's incredible buttons and his like amazing decision making. And like here we see like these drag down nairs into these jabs that set up for so much. Good grab from Oog, but isn't able to get anything off of it, but eventually just gets that jab and just gets that kill confirm that we've seen so much this set already.
Yep, Jungle is giving those opportunities for the jabs to happen, but with opportunities, eventually you'll hit your shot, and Jungle is making the most out of this shot, building up 97 damage in response to his stock being taken oh so early by jab, up tilt, up air, right? Because Wonder Woman's usually die around 140. He instead died, you know, 100. Respectable. Right,
some of the earlier kill percents on Wonder Woman across the cast for sure, but this raw up tilt from Jungle just coming out in neutral, catching Agent Smith on the platform. And I mean, a full stock advantage for Jungle going into this, and Jungle just needs to press his advantage as much as he possibly can, maintaining center stage control against Agent Smith. Now you see like Jungle is waiting for like these dodges from Agent Smith to like punish, and oh my gosh, it looks so hard to play against. He's not really giving these grounded opportunities as much as he was game 1, and that ground bounce forcing into the side special. He's at 86% already on his last stock, and I mean, Jungle looks so in control.
Yeah, Jungle is doing so well right now with the advantage state. Like we've saw side special into lasso to maybe catch Oog doing nothing, right? But Oog talking back to him, right? Has him in advantage state, gets the parasite. Really good confirm right there. Catching the jump up, and Oog in his element right now. He must have eaten a hot pocket.
Yeah, and
nice.
wow, catches a dodge in with the gun, and I mean, just tech chasing so well with Agent Smith. Jungle already at 80%, misses the bug, but I mean, they're basically even at percents right now, and Agent Smith can kind of kill Wonder Woman around this percent. Almost kill percent for jab up tilt up air, and that's what he's going to be going for.
Oh,
and he
yeah, we
misses the
needed
jab
that.
and gets punished for it. I mean, it's so intense in the last stock.
Yeah, we saw the secret agent attempt right there. He's doing his best to stall right now, but Jungle taking it.
Yeah,
Game
just
2.
I mean,
Really good
every
performance.
stock that Uga lost that game, he lost to just Jungle kind of catching him above him, and because we saw stock 2, like he lost it to up tilt, and then stock 3 with that up special, right? Like Oog, whenever Jungle is just like directly below him, it feels so hard to like deal with. That's where he loses his stocks. That's where he takes like the most damage. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Going into game 3, like what do you think Oog really needs to like kind of change going into this game to adapt to like Jungle's more defensive playstyle?
It's more of a risk reward, especially when playing in disadvantage against Wonder Woman, right? As we saw in that game 2, Jungle was anti-airing Oog a lot and building up damage like that. And you really got to be very, very smart against Wonder Woman up B, right? He uses the shield of all the Amazonians, right? But you also wanna, you know, weigh out the risks of going outwards or even attempting to play low, watching out for Wonder Woman's Sair or maybe a jab that might catch you on ledge, right? You know, it's all about the risk reward options, right? And you know, in that game 2, it just happened to be anti-airs, and right here, anti-airs again. Anti-airs
Yeah.
in burnout.
Jungle confirming another early kill this game. We see it last game too with like this like really early pressure, but then wow, I've never seen anything like that. Double Sair into dash attack into another Sair setup, catches the dodge and evens up the game so well. Wow, that was so sick from Moog. But I mean, Jungle still 6% up.
Yeah, they are in their element right now, both of these players. However, Oog is at 73, but won this neutral interaction. See if he could find something. Doesn't find anything. He's currently in burnout. Tries to get a jab, but the shield comes right in time by the Jungle. Classic whiff punish off the dash attack, right? Oh my, beautiful lasso conversion. If that would have hit, that would have been insane.
Yeah. You know Jungle's feeling it when he starts going for the lassos. Like Jungle is in his element whenever he's able to just like, I figured you out, and then he just catches like 3 or 4 dodges with lasso, and you're like, this is incredible. So it's nice to see that he's starting to get that confidence in like reading Oog's playstyle and going for it. Really good disadvantage from him as well, getting back, kind of finding that opening. But I mean, the up tilt up air into gun follow up actually securing that stock on Jungle.
Oh my, hit him with the Nerf gun. Well, that is definitely no Nerf gun. It just sent that man to the top blast zone right there, but looking really bad for Oog right now. Playing this at disadvantage like he's in the Matrix. Oh my, Agent Smith.
Yeah, that's so sick from Oog. But Jungle eventually like secures that kill, right? The pressure is just eventually just too much. And even though Oog did take 46% on his way out, it's like, at least the stocks are even. And both players just kind of messing around in neutral. Jungle is remaining a lot more aerial based, trying to kind of drag Oog to off stage, but Oog really isn't letting Jungle do that and getting a lot of follow-ups himself here.
Yeah, pretty even game, but it is in Oog's favor right now. Okay, it is heavily in Oog's favor right now. This is looking like game. Oh my. Oog is in his element, and that is why he is Oog the legend.
Yeah, that was so amazing. Oh my gosh. Like he was a full stock down at the start and just so confidently, so consistently just brings it back. It's so nice to see. Like usually in these ones tourneys, right? Like someone gets like that advantage state and they're able to like hold it until like the end, right? But Oog is so good at like bringing these comebacks, like bringing these stocks all the way back. We saw it in every game so far where he's kind of down at the start, but he manages to just find those openings that he needs and play so well in disadvantage to be able to make it all the way back.
Oh yeah, legendary plays coming from Oog the legend, right? But obviously, Jungle is no slouch right here. He's still got a game under his belt, but obviously he's got to put in some work right here if he wants to make this sweep happen. Or well, half sweep. Not a full sweep.
Look, Jungle might have to put the work in order to make this comeback, but when you're eating Hot Pockets, you don't have to put that work in, right? So easy to make, so delicious, right? not a lot of effort, but so much reward. And we're gonna see going into game 4 whether Jungle can also get that low effort for high reward.
Oh yeah, 100. I mean, a minute and 20. A minute and 20 seconds worth of work right here, as we see in this game right here. That's as much work as it takes to heat up a hot pocket approximately in a microwave, ladies and gentlemen. Take note of that. Take note of that. So we have an even game right now, but Jungle doesn't want an even game.
Wow.
Right? And Jungle definitely does not want that right now. Oog the Legend is securing a stock with a jab up till up air into gun confirm. Yet again, he's in the Matrix. He's got a gun.
He's feeling it. Like getting that even earlier kill percent, right? Like even around 100%, you know, jab up tilt up air might not kill, but using that gun extension is just so strong. Lowering that kill percent on a character where you kind of already struggle to kill her a lot of the time. And we see Jungle kind of playing more defensively at the ledge, but Oog just isn't letting it happen, right? Throwing these guns, it's so fast and it's so hard to react to and get back from. Jungle trying to throw everything out, but I mean, racking up around 60% trying to make it back against just basically a lot of gun.
Oh yeah. Oog definitely likes this gunplay right now. That was his main edge guard option for a good 10
For a good
seconds.
10 Yeah, like Jungle was trying to like get anything over it and he just couldn't do it. Like even there, like trading out gun for lasso. Eventually Jungle makes it the stocks even, but on a 100% deficit on potentially your last game and winner side, it's just so dangerous. Goes for the ID Nair, isn't able to get it, and I mean Oog is a full stock up going into game 4, potentially the last game he needs in order to secure his place in winners finals, and we'll see Jungle's response, but I don't know. How do you think, I mean, what do you think Jungle needs to do in order to make it happen?
I think Jungle just needs to heat up a hot pocket real quick. Might be a little too late for that. Maybe he has one in hand. Maybe he needs to take a quick bite. Hold on. Hey, we have a reset of neutral right here. Oh, he's taking a bite. He's taking a bite. Oh no, he did not take a bite. He went in with neutral air, and it was a bad option, unfortunately. But
yeah,
Oog,
wow, the advantage state, and
gosh,
he just decides to end the game. I mean, he reverse side specials into the blast zone. He doesn't really want to deal with Smith right now.
Yeah, Agent Smith. Oog's just a legend. Put it like that. He's just a legend, an absolute prodigy, right?
Yeah, that was so good from him. I mean, he just played super well, right? Like he made the comebacks when he needed to make them. He had such a good advantage state. Pretty much every time Jungle got hit, it feels like he was taking 40-50 damage, getting put off stage in those edge guard scenarios. Where we saw like last game, he was just in such a comfortable spot. That was such a good play from him.
Yeah, Oog got a lot of mileage off of two things, and I'd say we're the jab, and of course, the Nerf gun. Definitely not a Nerf gun. It's got real ammunition in there. It's got real ammunition there. Yes, sir. But yeah, Oog did a much better job dealing with Jungle's aggression. But Jungle's aggression is also one of those things where it's like, if you're able to deal with that, you know, it just seems he doesn't have much else to kind of fall back on other than Wonder Woman's kit. And there, he was using it very well, but Oog, very, very familiar with the matchup right there, right? Faced so many Wonder Womans in the past. So many.
Yeah. And speaking of potential Wonder Woman players that probably aren't on Wonder Woman tonight, our next set is actually going to be Anthos versus Mots. And this set, I mean, Anthos, you know, Superman player, we all know him from the beta, right? And then Mots switching between Harley and Wonder Woman in this beta. But I think for this tournament and this patch, I think he's mainly on that Harley pick. So I'm really interested to see like how this very, very classic matchup is going to go for them.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm assuming Anthos is going to be on the Superman, right? What we know about Anthos is he is quite possibly the most meticulous player in all of multiverses. We've seen it time and time again where games have went to time with Anthos.
Have you played competitive multiverses if you haven't been at least almost timed out by Anthos? And in this set, I mean, we'll see it. We'll see the patient Superman play. And Harley, I mean, this season, right? Or in like the last patch, she got really buffed. So I'm actually very interested to see how this is gonna end up going.
Yeah, this one might go to time, right? Anthos having to be a little bit more
There's no way.
meticulous, especially with Harley Sarah 1 being able to
Oh my
ground
gosh.
bounce now.
Yeah, Harley Sarah right now is so strong. Forcing ground bounces. I mean, we'll probably see at this stage where Moz is just going to be trying to set up those Sarah into ground bounce scenarios. Right here, we see double Sarah into up tilt. But Anthos kind of just making these openings so well. He's kind of waiting for Moz to just mess up and then kind of whiff punishing with dash jab over and over again.
Yes, Anthos is the 3-button legend. Just like he was in beta with the Sair, Nair, and Ice Breath. Now, he has diversified his kit into dash jab, Ice Breath, and Sair.
No, that's crazy.
With those 3 tools, he will possibly win this game right here. And he's already taken a stock, right? So
You see 3 tools, but his toolkit is actually expanded so much. He's using so much of Superman's kit in order to pressure Matsu being unable to do anything. And I mean, here we see using these down tilts to force ground bounces, setting off stage, using Frost Breath to make Harley's already middling airspeed a little bit worse. I mean, using that armor actually to make it so that the bomb doesn't work on him. And I mean,
yeah, because
securing that second stock already.
Yes, Anthos proving to be very, very dominant in this set right now, or well, in this first game. Mas just needs to find a way in. Find a way in through Anthos, but Anthos is not gonna let that happen, right? Anthos is not the type to kind of just throw buttons out, you know, make a lot of, you know, mistakes in terms of whiffing, right? So Mas needs to get more kind of jump reads, movement reads based on what Anthos is doing. He's got to react to what's happening on the screen right now, and Anthos seems to want to be the one reacting and being proactive on it.
The pressure is just so insane. And I mean, yeah, jab, using that just like the extra hits of jab just to set up for that higher percent into that charged up tilt. I mean, a dominant 3-stock coming in for game number 1.
Yes, that was a crazy game 1 performance coming from Anthos, right? He just uses Superman's tools so well. Granted, very limited amount of tools that he uses, but the tools he uses are just for a pure set of neutral and advantage state. That is all you need. Simple goes a long way, ladies and gentlemen, and Anthos is proof of that. Gotta keep the fundamentals. Gotta keep the fundamentals going.
I mean, we saw it in that game, but I mean, if you're 3-stocking it with that many tools, I mean, like, how many do you really need? Like, you use jab to like kind of get these openings in Harley, where normally she doesn't have as many openings in her kit, and like using the other tools in his kit to like supplement these dash jabs. And like, how does Mots really get in? We're seeing like him really struggle to like find these openings on Superman, but I mean, he's finally in advantage state for like one of the first times in this entire set so far. But I mean, Anthos just doing so well. Even in disadvantage, he's still racking up the percent so fast.
Right. And Harley usually isn't a character that, you know, has a hard time, you know, getting in, right? Especially with the new addition of the brand new Harley side special, right? Can you tell us a little bit more of the buff to that side special that Harley uses? Even though it might not be the best option right now, right?
Yeah, so we actually saw it earlier in that game 1, but Harley actually is able to cancel out of that, or she's able to shoot the boxing glove a little bit faster out of her side special than she used to be able to. So right now you can do like that Harley side special and force a ground bounce, and we saw Mott's able to combo that into neutral hammer earlier. So that was or like a neutral attack in the air. So it's definitely like possible to get some value out of it. And we saw him use it as like kind of a defensive tool, but I mean, Mott's using anything but that right now to kind of secure that stock on Anthos and kind of get this stock lead, or this percentage like evened up.
Yeah, because see, even defensively right there, see, you can still find a way around it, right? Find a way around Frost Breath as well, because Frost Breath just kind of annihilates a lot of Harley's kit, whether it be the boxes, the bombs, or even, you know, the gloves, right? Coming from side special down air, you know, all the range stuff from Harley. But, you know, Mott's proving to, you know, have woken up against Anthos's, first of all, aggression, or, you know, just dominant force. Right.
Yeah, I mean, really good play from Mott's. Kind of just pressuring, using those setup tools at Harley, putting him behind himself so Anthos can't really Frost Breath without getting punished by that up special like we saw. And I mean, we're gonna probably see that throughout the set where Mott's is using his tools a little bit more defensively than aggressively, because I mean, Superman can just destroy them with Frost Breath, right?
Yeah, but you know, Mott's doing a really good job at living right now. A lot of people don't live very low. Oh well,
Yeah.
there goes the living. Superman jab and up tilt right there. But hey,
I mean, yeah.
we got 40 damage on Superman. 54.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, Harley is tied for one of the lightest characters in the game, tied with I think Arya and Gizmo. So, you know, these kill percents are super early against Superman, especially one that can rack up damage as fast as he can with his tech chase setups. But right now, like, Mott's is at a pretty comfortable lead at this percent, right? Like, he can get like a straight hit of a neutral or like jab 2 into down till into like this new setup that he has now with reverse IED Sair and just securing the game like that. Really well played for Mott's.
Yeah, that was a really stylish kill right there by Mott. That's kind of on the newer side of things now that Sair 1 can actually ground bounce, right? Definitely seen Mott do that quite a bit in bracket before, right? In the previous weeklies. But
yeah,
we got a game 3, ladies and gentlemen. We got a game 3 right now. We got 1-1, Anthos, Mott. Let's see how both of these players could adapt and who gets that game lead, right?
I think starting off, right, it's all about like who gets the opening. Like Mott's using these side specials, this newly buffed side special, in order to set up a more defensive, aggressive like thing. Because game 1, right, we saw Mott's like try and approach, right, with things like Sair that he was just getting dash jabbed for, right? But this game 2, he's using a lot, or game 3, like he's been using a lot more defensive tools in order to kind of circumvent like these dash jabs from Superman. Because Superman, obviously, other than laser, doesn't really have any like super safe ways of pressuring from a distance anymore. So Harley being able to have these more defensive tools enables her to play around Superman in a way that she kind of couldn't before.
Yeah, and what I noticed as well from this set is Anthos is actually approaching quite bit more than usual, so he does not want to deal with the Harley aggression, and he's trying to close these games out quick. Maybe
yeah, I think it's all
microwave.
I think it's really like all about how safe these aggressive options are, right? Anthos, like, he's like, oh wow, what a catch from Mott's, just like perfectly tracking him even though he's off screen and securing that kill. But Mott's is using really pretty safe ways to approach Superman, right? And if Superman doesn't have that option, then you kind of need to be forcing these aggressive options yourself, right? Going into this game. So like Mott's just setting up the bomb, has Superman bombed, but the kill on Harley actually gets rid of that bomb. So he's taking these calculated risks to try and get in on Harley and kind of play around like her setups, showing like a lot of like knowledge in the matchup.
Yeah, you really got to take the risk and reward on going in on Harley bombs, especially the way Mott's has been using them. I noticed that like Mott's kind of has a download on the timing of Anthos's dash jabs, right? And he's setting up box as Superman is just, you know, hurling towards him at supersonic speeds, right? And you know the Harley box is exploding at the right time.
Yeah, he's kind of forcing that trade, right? And that trade kind of works out well for Harley. Like here, you pull out the bomb to kind of bait out that Frost Breath, and then you just dash attack him anyways, and then you throw the bomb on him later. It's like so smart. It's like these like little like micro plays around like Superman's like tools. But there you see Mott's, like, he went in with a dash attack and Anthos was just ready for it and punished him. So it's like using these unsafe options to approach just gets you punished. So you really got to like maximize like your safety and how you approach Superman, or else like right here you're getting like dared into like, you know, a jab, and Superman jab, as we see here, like so dominant and so oppressive in the matchup.
Yeah, especially at a caliber that Anthos plays at, you definitely don't want to throw out too many unsafe options, right? You want to do them at a very unexpected times, at very niche opportunities, right? But Anthos just had enough space to space it out, right? And even percent, however, Anthos taking the game right there. Really good performance by both players right there. But Anthos taking the lead of this set, right? He's in a very good spot. All he needs is one game, has plenty of time to get that one game, right? He has 2 games worth of shots. Mott's only has 1.
Yeah, but that was, I think that was just super well played, right? Like it was kind of even, right? And then he's just like, I'm gonna start pressuring really hard. And then he got that lead, and it just kind of expanded and expanded. And Mats was kind of getting a little bit nervous throwing out these openings that he wasn't really giving game 2 or at the start of game 3. So going into game 4, it's like you kind of got to collect yourself and like get these really good options that like he was doing it like at a lot of points in the set, and just like make sure again to like maximize that safety and like to not really give Anthos these opportunities to like whiff punish Harley's like pretty like significant whiff on like things like down tilt.
Yeah, down tilt, and even Sair sometimes is an unsafe option if you spaced out correctly, especially against a force that is Superman that has quite possibly one of the fastest dash jabs in the entire game, right?
Absolutely.
Especially sliding up tilt, even if Anthos is feeling a little extra frisky, right? But
Yeah.
haven't seen much of those. Haven't seen much of those.
Yeah, he's been more relying on a lot of Superman's like super fast things that are low commitment to try and get these openings. And Mats gets that tech chase, but again, Anthos just kind of slides behind him, and Mats always usually goes for like this down tilt after it. And I feel like he can just go for the jab instead and maybe try and catch the fact that Anthos is going in on him instead of like tech rolling out.
Right there, really good plays by Anthos securing that first stock. Mats is really down right now, not only in the set, but of course starting out in this game. So this is the moment where you really have to collect yourself and be able to secure the stock. Any means necessary. You got 5 minutes on the clock. Don't have to make any crazy attempts at going in unless, you know, gotta wait out these ice stacks.
He's at 13 stacked. He's about to get frozen, but it actually lands him the kill. Anthos gets a little bit greedy, actually. I think he was... I mean, like, obviously, you want to get the 15, you know, frost stacks, but, like, him going for these frost stacks has allowed Mats to kind of make it, like, even in a sense, right? Like, now he has no more frost stacks, and you've lost that stock lead, and now, like, even though you've got this advantage, you still have 30% on you, and it's definitely, like, a bridgeable gap for Harley.
Yeah, but Anthos playing a little confidently, got Mats all the way to 93, but he could pay for it right now. Or not.
Yeah.
Down totally gets Mats out of there and gets the stock right there off of that bomb, and Mats just kind of ducking there, taking that Superman gut punch. Well, not as a gut punch. It ended up on Harley's face right there. Don't want to damage the face too much right
Oh my,
there.
that almost killed at 0%, the up special into up air. That's, I mean, just the weight of Harley coming into play so well here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I mean, it's such a hard like bridge to gap, especially against a player as patient as Anthos, right? Like he's not gonna let you like get these like free openings, even like when he's in burnout, like he is there, like he's still like doing measured approaches. Harley bomb though, going through Superman armor, almost getting a kill, but just barely missed it. And I mean, Mats might be getting nervous now. Right here, you see like he's just going off stage trying to mitigate the weakness of bomb, and now he's in advantage himself, going into like this last stock scenario for Mats.
Yeah, because in these scenarios, it is all or nothing. Because Anthos is at 89, Superman, quite possibly the second heaviest character in the entire game, and of course, that might be the, that's the whole set right there. Really dominant performance by Anthos. Mats had just a little fight in him, but just not enough against the powerful, dominant force that is Anthos.
Yeah, he just played really well. I mean, like every time he got a lead, it just felt like it's like he's so patient in like the way he plays neutral, where it's like he's not giving these free openings. And a patient Superman is a scary Superman, right?
Yes, and this is the patient Superman. Not only that, he might quite possibly be the Superman with his measured approaches, right? So let's take a look at the bracket here, ladies and gents. We got in winners finals. We got Misty C versus Oog the Legend. Whilst in losers quarters, we have Jungle waiting on the match between Legend and Eris. And of course, another canon multiverses matchup right there. We got a Batman versus Superman, but in this case, it's Psyche versus Anthos. Another kind of canon matchup. Two very meticulous players. I am very interested in that one, honestly, personally speaking, because that set might be kind of crazy.
That's like arguably the most dominant ones player of current multiverses versus the most dominant player in the beta. So it should be a sick match. Yeah. And yeah, we're gonna get the opportunity to actually go back to the other side of losers top 8 and watch Legend and Eris play against each other. So that should be exciting. We're gonna get to see our first Powerpuff Girl match of the entire tournament, and I think we're gonna see another Harley matchup actually, because I think Legend is actually a Harley player, if I remember correctly.
Yes, Legend actually has a reputation of quite possibly being the best Harley Quinn in season 1. He played kind of early multiverses in the release. I kind of heard around the grapevine of him, right? But, you know, making a reappearance for, you know, the Frostiverse of Madness #4. And we all know Eris, kind of a recent rising star, especially on the Powerpuff Girls, right? He's been winning some tourneys as of late, especially some Frostiverses.
Yeah,
Really, really good.
made a
Nice.
crazy deep run.
Yeah, can't wait to see what happens in this set. I'm actually curious if Eris will pull out his Harley Quinn against the other Harley Quinn, you know?
Yeah. As I think it'd be interesting to see like another Ditto, because we saw Motz's Harley, so it'd be really nice to see two of the arguably other best Harley players get to kind of duke it out in this set. But I think we're probably gonna end up just seeing you know, the Powerpuff Girls into Harley that we've kind of expected from Eris at this point. As we get into like game 1 here, and yeah, we end up seeing it. We see Eris's PPG against Legend's Harley Quinn, and honestly, it's such a sick run from Legend, because they weren't even like seeded to make it anywhere near top 8, but they are on a crazy run in order to make it here. So I'm really excited to see their performance going into this losers top 8 set.
Yeah, and this is definitely one of the more fundamental Harley Quinns in the game right now. So can't wait to see how that fares, especially against a very volatile matchup such as the Powerpuff Girls. Well, in this case, the Rowdy Rough Boys. But, you know, it's the same thing, right? So
Yeah.
let's get game 1 underway. Legend already with kind of the strong start in advantage state, but I assume Eris is already going to go in, jab into Nair, dash attack, all the good Powerpuff Girl stuff, right? But
the only moves that PPG has in the kit right now. Oh,
no.
wow, and an early SD from Legend, actually. I think it was an Alias, I don't know.
Yeah,
But-
that is crazy. And another thing about this matchup is Harley Quinn has a really good disadvantage, right? Whether it be from the semi-unlimited jump option. Okay, well, there goes the disadvantage.
Dude, the dash attack into Nair into air dash attack, that perk is just so good. It allows PPG to set up so close to the blast zone because it just drags you out there, right? It's true out of Nair. It's just like, yeah, I mean, we're gonna see it throughout this entire set of like Eris going for a lot of these Nairs into air dash attacks. And I mean, it's just gonna be touch of death simulator, to be honest.
Yeah, so I don't know if Legend has much experience into PPG, but it looked like him spawning in, you know, on his final stock, he's like, oh, what is this, right? That might have been kind of the first time he's ever seen that, right? So we might see the adaptations coming in, right? We got to see what he has cooking up here for the Powerpuff Girls, right? Or well, in this case, again, Rowdy Rough Boys, right?
Yeah.
So let's see it.
Yeah, I think even if this set, or even if this like game doesn't really go Legend's way, I think it's really important to at least like focus up and be like, how do I kind of get out of these Nair into like these edge guarding scenarios, right? And like we see Legend actually adapting pretty well to what PPG wants to do. Gets the stare into the bomb throw into the up special. That's such a cool setup from Legend, and like
would have been it. But Legend kind of talking back to him. However, he's in the danger zone when it comes to PPG. One Nair and it could mean the entire game. So let's see how Legend kind of deals with the PPG. Not only pressure and advantage state, but of course the neutral. Very bursty options, whether it be Nair, dash attack, literally just anything could kill him right now, because that Harley Quinn weight does kind of go crazy, right?
yeah. I really like how Legend's playing. I think they're playing neutral like so well, and they were like fully 2 stocks down and they brought it back to even, and they actually end up winning the game in a reverse 3 stock. I mean, Legend just played out of their mind. They had really good setups. They had amazing neutral. They pretty much didn't lose neutral against Eris after that second stock. And we're just able to make an amazing comeback there. If I'm Legend, I am so confident going into game number 2, where it's like, I was in the worst spot you can be against Powerpuff Girls, right? And then you make the full comeback, and it's like, I just have, like, I'd be feeling so good going into
Oh yeah, he's definitely looking quite like the Legend with 2 L's. Not quite like the Oog the Legend, but he's just the Legend, right? Oh my.
Yeah.
Really good stuff by him right there. So let's see Eris's response. Game 1 goes to Legend. All right, gotta get used to that. Gotta get used to it. He's locked.
Yeah, and even going into this game, right? Like when you look at the matchup of like characters, PPG doesn't really have like a good option to deal with like Harley's like setups and projectiles, right? Because you don't have like those projectiles that you can throw out. You don't have those really safe like disjoints. But it sometimes just doesn't matter when you get touch of death. And even if I'm like Harley and I'm like, you know, because like playing as Eris, you're gonna get touch of death. Like it's just gonna happen eventually. But it's all about like how often can you give Eris like those setups that make it possible to do that, you know?
Yeah, and Eris took full advantage of that, well, setup in, you know, the first stock, right? But, you know, Legend doing some work here. Has Eris in burnout. Eris having just enough time to kind of dodge out of that setup and make a reversal. Oh, my, at 39. Oh, my. Legend in the same exact situation as game 1. Is he truly the Legend?
Yeah, I mean, it just all off these nairs, and we might see another touch of death this game. Nope, Legend actually recovers low, is able to make it back there, but I mean, every time you get nared, every time you get jabbed, you get set up into like this situation where you could potentially just die at 0, and it's just so hard to play against. Legend doing a good job of it, but like, oh my gosh, it must be so stressful. And yep,
It's very stressful. Eris
another kill
at game numero 2. Really good plays from Eris right there, getting those really early stocks. Legend was doing really good in disadvantage, at least in that last stock. It's just, you really got to get those neutral wins on PPG and make the most of it, right? Because he did have that one dropped confirm, right? When Eris was at 100, had just enough time to dodge out of that, and maybe that kind of threw him off of his groove. You know, he just kind of had to really give it a good shot there, you know, getting that.
All right, starting off game 3 the same way that every other game has started off at this point, with an Eris touch of death. This is I mean, this is
definitely something. This is definitely something. Legend, feast your eyes on the Powerpuff Boys. It's the Rowdy Rough Boys.
Yeah, it's just, this looks so stressful because it's like any hit that PPG lands can potentially be a touch of death. And like, you're like, oh, well, the thing that Powerpuff Girls struggles most against at Harley is like landing that first hit. But like, you swing enough times and you're just gonna hit eventually. And it's like, wow, this is so hard to deal with. But I mean, really good advantage there from Legend securing the stocks.
Sure. Really good spot that Legend is in right now, making it even. Let's see if he can get some advantage state going off of a neutral, but Eris finding that neutral air into dash attack. Powerpuff Girl class, or well, Rowdy Rough Boy. Hey, at this point it might as well be a gag, if anything.
Yeah.
But
oh my gosh, 30, you get hit 30 mid stage and you just die off the complete side, and there's nothing you can do about it.
That is, I mean, you just can't get caught in the air, and I assume that Legend knows that. He's just really gotta.
It's just so hard to deal with.
Grounded options, yes. You gotta really lock in on the grounded options, not get hit by down tilt on the power.
I mean, you can't get hit by down tilt, you know, nair, side or dash attack, you know, pretty much everything. But I mean, Legend's doing such a good job of it. But as we've seen in the past 2 games, you're down a full stock going into your last one, and it's like, can you make the comeback for the 2nd time this set already? And I mean, look, when Legend isn't getting touch of death, they're doing so well. It's just like, does Eris land the touch of death? And that's like literally what this set is so far. And I mean, that's it. Yep.
That's the game. Yep, that's the game. Rowdy Rough Boys taking it easy. I remember this time. All right, it's 2-1 Eris's point right now. So let's see if Legend can be the legend, right? You really gotta be the legend if to overcome the Rowdy Rough boys, right? Really, really good advantage state from these 3 teenagers, boys.
I don't know.
What are they? Middle schoolers. It's like middle school boys, man.
Look, all I'm saying is that most middle schoolers that I see don't usually like drag you to the blast zone with spinning in a circle. So I don't know. But either way, going into this match, I think we're really gonna have to just see like Legend get an explosive start, right? Because every game Legend is playing from pretty much a full stock deficit at some point, and I just want to see Legend when they're not like playing on the complete back foot. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, like Legend has been playing at a complete. Here we go, yet again, complete stock deficit right off the gate, like it is in every.
No.
Oh my. All right.
It's been 30 seconds. It's been 30 seconds.
Stock deficit. Legend is gonna go for some crazy options right here to make anything happen.
No.
Oh my gosh, well, he went for crazy options and he paid for it. That is the set, ladies and gentlemen, between Eris and Legend. Oh my gosh.
Well,
These 3 middle schoolers really took him behind the Jewel Osco, and oh my gosh.
I mean, what do you do? What do you do? You know what I mean? Like, you lose neutral 3 times, and you're just out of the game. And it's like, I mean, Legend played solo game 1 to kind of make that comeback, but you know, games 2 and 3, you're like, it's so hard because it's like, oh, like Harley like should, you know, theoretically, like, and as we saw through a lot of those games, just beat Powerpuff Girls in neutral. But like Eris, you just get those like 1, those 2, those 3 hits, and you just win the game. And it's like,
Oh yeah, that's hard work and talent,
so
baby.
difficult. Yeah, it's
That is
hard work meeting talent. It's
Yes,
just
sir.
the
That is
classic.
hard work. Yep, that is hard work and talent. That is. Do you know how many spins it takes to get him to the blast zone? Do you know how many spins it takes to get in the center of a Tootsie Pop? You know?
Apparently 3. But I mean, going to we're luckily not gonna, you know, see hopefully any of those insane touch of deaths that we saw from that set going into our next one. But I mean, just
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, we're
So-
we're gonna be going all the way up to winners finals.
Yes, sir. Well, we got spoilers, right? But the winners finals, we got Misty C versus Oog the Legend, down in losers. Jungle versus Eris. We just saw Eris versus Legend, so makes sense. And of course, the awaited Psyche versus Ace. So that's a canon match. I can't wait for that. But winners finals, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Misty C versus Oog the Legend. What do we know about these players and their runs today, Mr. Liontoast?
Yeah, so I mean, Misty coming off the back of win against Psyche, an upset in all like means of the word, right? Where like Misty was able to like kind of beat, in a word, his like bracket demon and kind of make it all the way up to winners finals, right? And then Oog managing to beat Jungle, also kind of a matchup that has struggled with in past Frostiverses. So it's really nice to see that both these players are kind of on the upswings going into their winners final match that determines like who kind of makes it into winner's side of Grands. And sets you in a really good spot to kind of win the 1K tournament.
Yeah, they're really overcoming their odds right now, coming in hot, right? Oog playing that Agent Smith really, really well. He's in his element right now. Same thing with Misty C, getting those hard reads to get those early KOs, right? So we got the power of early KOs versus someone getting that hard neutral with the power of Agent Smith, dash jab, and of course the trusty. Is that a Desert Eagle? Like, you know what I mean? 20 millimeter? Like, what are we thinking? What are we thinking, Lion?
It's certainly something. I don't know well enough to make that, but
Hey,
I think
it's
going into this
just
match,
what you got.
I mean, either way, it's really good into bugs, right? Like it actually has the unique effect of being a move that can delete rocket, which is really nice for Oog, but currently his controller might not be working.
Oh, something's going on with Oog the Legend right now. Oh, standing still. Oh, little neutral dodge
dodging.
right there.
They're just resetting.
Quick.
Yeah, they're just getting into resetting.
Yeah, we're just gonna reset right quick. ladies and gents. So as what we were saying with Agent Smith and Bugs Bunny, right? Agent Smith can use the gun for various options. He can, use the pow 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 on the rocket, make it go disappear. Does it interact the same way on safe as well? I believe so, right?
Well, it if you're running like the triple like shot, if you're not running like hand cannon, the signature perk, it actually does destroy safe because it does like those 3 hits. But if you're running hand cannon, I know Oog doesn't, but it actually only destroys like one of those 3 hits that you need to kind of invalidate safe. But Oog runs triple, so it should actually invalidate safe in a pretty safe way, which is really important in the Bugs matchup.
Yeah, so really, everything is going underway right here with Misty taking some percentage right here, right? Oh, okay, nice nair match coming in from Misty, but he's got to obviously build up some percentage or find a kill right here. Oog is in burnout, but still playing kind of on the offensive. Oh, never mind. Getting jabbed right there. Misty is on fire. That's a stock already. That is all she wrote for that first stock right there, ending it at approximately 100 right there. So let's see how Oog responds. He's built some damage already on Misty right here, so might be able to do something.
Wow. That was so crazy. He left the safe there and then just caught him with the nair and dragged it into another nair combo. Like that's such a good follow-up and like a good setup from Misty on Agent Smith. But Oog is just kind of getting caught out by so many of these nairs that Misty's throwing out. Obviously, not Batman, doesn't have like battering to kind of like throw out there. He can kind of only contest it with like that dash jab that we've seen him use. But that's a lot less safe than throwing out a projectile at him. As we even see like there.
Yeah, like he's really trying really hard to contest nair with dash jab or even kind of space it out completely, and oh my gosh, Misty.
Yeah,
with the nair, the up airs, oh my gosh, really good plays coming in from Misty. The advantage state is showing. Not too many early kills, but the advantage state is showing right here. Oog needs to really get in his element right here and get into the matrix, right?
Wow, that was...
Calling that Secret Service, really good play, even game.
I love how Oog is using these like Smith clones. It's so sick to see like he's using it to destroy safe because it insta draws safe, and he's also using it like defensively. Like even if Misty lands on him with these nairs, like we've seen, he can use it defensively. But Misty just, I mean, we've seen it time and time again, right? The classic double up air to secure that early kill. And I mean, that's 1-0 in favor of Misty going into game number 2.
Yeah, really, really good option select coming from Misty right there. These double up airs have been getting him so many early stocks and so many game enders as well, right? But it looks like, he's just really likes going for the home runs out of the parks, right? Sending all these people into the top blast zone right there. So we already got it right here, ladies and gentlemen. 1-0 in Misty C's favor. Let's see how Oog can respond, and we already got game 2 underway.
Yeah, I mean, going into this game, like, what do you think Oog really needs to like focus on in order to make this like this win that he kind of wants to get on this game number 2?
Well, definitely I saw him try to space out, like right there, space out the nairs with the dash jabs, but outside of that, it's just really Misty getting a lot of mileage in advantage state and kind of just, whether it be sending him off stage or above him, getting anti-airs, and hey, I'm just gonna stop speaking. Hey, he's making all the adaptations already.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even in like the Psyche game, like he was dropping or even in the jungle game, right? He was dropping some of these confirms, but he's so comfortable on Bugs' weight class. Just, oh my gosh, and he gets it again.
Oh my gosh, another up air into the gun, sending him right up into the blast zone. Really good play by Oog the legend. See, he's not having a hard time at all with spacing out these nairs anymore. He's really respecting the mash attempts now. Really, really good plays coming in from Oog.
I really love how he's like getting all these follow-ups because like he's reading Misty's text consistently, and like I mean, he's doing such a good job to like just win neutral so much against a character where it can really be a struggle to win.
Yes, because Misty has a lot of tools. Oh my gosh! Just enough time to get out of that. Nice little down special coming in from Agent Smith. Trying to catch the gunshots right there. Doesn't quite get it. Gets the dash jab into the parry site. Can he get something going right here? Misty taking the whole entire stage with Tunnel. But Agent Smith just shooting him down. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, another, I mean, Oog just got him with the gun 3 times that set. Like 2 off the top, 1 off the bottom. And I mean, Oog just played so well, right? For basically 2 stocks, he just kind of won every interaction. Every time he won, he basically got a full stock. It's really, really cool to see such like a confident advantage state. As, you know, into our winners final set, going into game 3 when they're both 1-1.
Yeah, Oog is definitely in his element right now. Really taking it up a storm right here comparative to that game 1, right? Really knowing how to play around the bug stuff more often now, especially against someone as explosive as Misty, right? Just kind of narrowing into you as much as possible. See, you know, trying to respect these tunnels as much as possible, but don't want to, you know, respect them too much. There is some room to kind of disrespect them. You really gotta like fine-tune those adjustments on the approaches right here, which he is right now already 96, and that
Misty up tilt confirm. Yeah, I mean that could be everything. Oh my god, Misty catches in the dodge and then goes for the rocket up air. I mean, Oog, who would have probably had the full, like, you know, the full stock advantage there, ends up actually being behind after the missed up tilt confirm. Misses another confirm there. That's 2-in-1 stock, but I mean, he still can make this even pretty fast, but he just has to not lose his stock here. And he does! Misty gets the triple down air.
Gosh, dude.
He's
wild.
He's down a full stock, and even like probably like, I don't know, it might be 2 stocks at some point, but all that due to 1 misconfirm. That's just how volatile this matchup is. Misty just doing so well, just feeling it. You can see him going for these crazy rocket reads after these nairs, because he's like, my opponent is going to be forced to dodge because of the pressure I'm exerting. I'm just going to go for these crazy rocket reads, and if I hit it, you're going to die. And I mean, yep.
Stock. That's a burnout punish right there. Really crazy dominant finish coming in from Misty C right there, securing himself a lead in the set. As we all know, that makes it to where he's in a good spot. Only needs one more game to finish off the series. But Oog the Legend may be on the back foot, but don't count him out here, because he is Oog the Legend.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, I have no doubt that Oog can bring this back, right? Like, we saw it even throughout like points in that game where it's like, when he's just like getting the right reads and stuff, he's so dangerous. But Misty, that game just played so well. Really got so many confirms, got some reads, and, you know, if you're landing those as Bugs Bunny, you're gonna win the game.
Yeah, especially in the game's current state right now, where matchups are even more volatile than before. You do not want to drop confirms, and that definitely wasn't a drop confirmed. That was a beautiful up tilt into up air confirm coming in from Oog the Legend. He will definitely make sure to not drop those confirms anymore, knowing that momentum really comes in handy, right? Because Misty isn't dropping these confirms. Hey, gotta match the prices right. You feel me?
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, Oog right now, we see him just like, he's kind of feeling it this game, right? He got that early stock, and I mean, Misty just can't really get any leeway in this match. Oog already 2 stocks up, kind of a reverse of last game, right?
Yes, Oog is definitely getting a lot of mileage off of his advantage state into this match. It's just going back and forth between these players, between who has better advantage state. Is it Oog? Is it Misty? Is it Bunny? Is he a robot?
Cyborg internet creature.
Cyborg internet creature.
But yeah, I mean,
of an AI.
Yeah, but we're just seeing so much dominance from Oog right now. He's going for the down special read after the downwards gunshot. He's like, I got a stock to burn, and I can style on you with it.
Oh yeah.
Oh
he's
gosh, we're seeing the jab
definitely
dance.
going- Yeah, he's going for it right now. He's at 140. He's going for anything. Gets the fully charged into gun. Oh my gosh, but Misty C using the sideways rocket, getting a bouncy safe out of that, as well as, you know, some insurance right there. But Misty C with the tunnel exit, getting that kill right there. Let's see if Misty can bring it back. No quite. Oog, the legend.
I mean,
Being
jab
all
up tilt
legendary.
Sarah. Jab up tilt Sarah is. I mean, it's just a classic, right?
Yep, it is textbook Agent Smith, as we've seen many, many times from Oog the Legend in previous brackets and quite possibly some previous games, right? So this is it. Game number 5. We've got our first game 5 of the day, I believe. Is this
I
the
think
first
so.
game 5? Oh, yep.
But we've had a bunch of 3-1 so far, and it's nice to see a game go to the full game 5. See how like these players are kind of trading back as the set goes on, right? I feel like all of these games have kind of been coin tosses, even though a lot of them have been dominant. It's just whoever really gets that early lead. I mean, it's another time he's dropped that grab into that up special, but using that gun, that downwards gun that we were talking about earlier, to kind of delete the rocket. Missy misses the follow-up, is in burnout, but has that advantage state. Oog manages to get back. And
stock, really good DI coming in from Oog the Legend, right? However, Misty C, 83. This might be a confirm.
Yep.
Really good confirm coming in from Oog the Legend. Proven
he
why.
doesn't drop it
He's
when it
the
matters.
legend. He does not drop it when it matters, right? So, yeah, it's the final game. This is where it matters.
Another rocket up air miss from Misty. This is so unfortunate because like he's hit like 2 rockets at this point, and you kind of want those to kill if you're him. And he somehow gets that safe hit on Agent, but I mean, it just can't really land anything concrete. And I mean, now you're at the percent right where jab up tilt into down air forces that ground bounce, and that's when Agent Smith gets really dangerous.
Oh yeah, he's dangerous. He's dangerous. Right here, tries for the gun, doesn't quite get it. Nice jab, 2 extension, reverses it. Let's see if he's gonna use the gun to delete the rocket. That's exactly what he did. But gets nair mashed in. Misty trying not to missy all of these confirms, but he unfortunately did. Let's see if Oog can get a confirm out of this. Boom, there it is.
He does. There it is.
There it is. Really, really good confirms coming in from Oog the Legend. Jabs. Oh my gosh. All of the momentum just switched to Oog the Legend as he takes this game number 3 line, or game number 5 to get his game number 3.
I mean, it's just such dominance, right? Like, he's using all the tools so well to negate what Missy's trying to do. Miss spaces the tunnel a little bit, but I mean, he's at a full stock lead right here and 50% to boot. Like, he is in such a good spot. Just kind of waiting out that tunnel. Tries to punish the pie throw with the dash jab. Doesn't really manage to get it. Gets that jab there. Goes for the down air instead of the up to, or the up air that we've been seeing, and the bug should be enough to do it, and it is. Takes game 5 and
is the GG's from Oog the Legend. Ladies and gentlemen, Oog the Legend will be going on to Winners Side Grand Finals. Oh my gosh. The Agent Smith is on fire tonight.
he's just playing so well. I mean, like, especially that game 4 and 5, like, he got a hit, he did not drop. Like, I mean, he hit all the confirms he needed to. He got reads, he got kills where he needed to, got so much percent, and I mean, it just added up so fast against a character like Bugs Bunny where that kill percent is pretty low. I mean, yeah, really, really well played by him.
Yeah, because Bugs Bunny, once you spawn in, you're at kill percent essentially. 1 rocket up there, mishap, you know, anything could happen. Edge guard, crazy stuff coming in from Bugs Bunny. One could say very loony stuff. It's from the Looney Tunes after all, right? But, you know, never count out the power of the Matrix. AI is on the rise, right? Uses ChatGPT. How do I beat Bugs Bunny, right?
Yeah, and I mean, he did what he needed to do, and I mean, just really well played. That was super sick to watch. You be in like such a flow state towards like the end of the game. I mean, that was so cool. That was so sick to watch, and I'm very excited going into like the rest of the tournament. And I can't wait to watch him again in winners finals. But if he's playing like that, I mean, he can beat everyone.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, even though we got Oog the Legend going on the winners grand side, we got plenty of people as we see here on this bracket.
Mhm.
We have a lot of people still in the game. We got Jungle versus Eris, but we got a treat for you guys, ladies and gentlemen, right here. Losers quarters. Psyche versus Anthos, a canon matchup, the
Mhm.
Justice League matchup, one might say, right? Or maybe Psyche might, switch it up, use somebody else. But hey, who knows?
Yeah, yeah, we'll see. We'll
Batman.
see. Historically, Batman's been pretty iffy into Superman, like throughout the history of like the beta, right? But going into full launch, I mean, Batman is going to combo a character like Superman really hard. But Superman's always been one of those characters where it's like, if you get edge guarded, like he's really good into you, and he has those tools to kind of negate the battering that we know like he uses to love for like or loves to use for like confirms. So I think they're probably both going to stick to their characters, and we're just going to see a really solid, fundamentally like explosive match where it's like Anthos is going to be trying to get as much percent as he can off of his jabs and like trying to play around these like battering tools. And we're going to be seeing Psyche try and get as much as he can off of his own openings and trying to pressure Superman as much as he can.
Yeah, as well as they kind of go into each other's kits kind of weirdly here with Superman being quite possibly the king of Edgeguard. Okay, well, Powerpuff Girls is, but quite possibly, the runner-up on edge guarding,
The
right?
runner up on edge guarding.
The runner-up on edge guarding,
Yeah.
but Batman disadvantage is pretty peak, ladies and gentlemen. He's got up special, a really good move on frame data, side special as the grapple to kind of reel him into the ledge as fast as possible, get those
Mhm.
resources back, and of course, the good old trusty Batman glide. Really could
Yeah.
float slowly down, use it as a mental stack. Really good,
Mhm.
good disadvantage
Yeah, it's
tool.
it's nice
Right?
to kind of wait out like some of those like empty hops that Anthos likes, like he's so confident at the edge where it's like sometimes you just have to like slow it down and like I can't really make an option. I need to kind of wait for him to do anything. And then Anthos just like stands there and it's like, oh no, what do you do? And especially because Superman like has these armored options, it can make things like grappling in really dangerous. Because if you grapple into him, he can just charge like an up tilt or like an up special, and suddenly you're in a really dangerous spot. So it's gonna be interested to see if we do get that matchup, like how these characters like kind of interact off stage. So
Yeah. So Psyche really has to kind of pick his fights, especially against a powerhouse like Superman. But even then, Superman's no walk in the park either when it comes to fighting Batman, because Batman has all of the contingent. Oh, what do we have
oh,
here?
wait a minute.
Yeah, what do we have here? This isn't the right Justice League member for the job, or is it?
So we got some armor, but it's a different kind of armor. We got some Wonder Woman Anthos action in the building. This is going to be so exciting. We get another Wonder Woman in top 8, right? Like you see Jungle, but he's met with Anthos. Both of them kind of in this loser spot or winning these matches. But it's interesting to see how Anthos didn't really want to go Superman into Batman. He's more comfortable on that Wonder Woman, has those better options, probably into things like battering that we were talking
Yeah,
about earlier.
battering and just neutral. Because in the history of multiverses, Anthos has actually struggled with the Batman matchup, funnily enough, right? We've had players in the beta, I believe actually in a previous Frostiverse, one of the very early ones, against a player called True Rush, if anybody remembers that as well. Actually providing an upset way, way back in the day in beta, right? So, Anthos picking up the Wonder Woman on the release of the game, maybe that has proven to be the better choice into, the Batman neutral, right?
Yeah.
As it's seeing in this game right now, very even game by both the Oh, never
Wow.
mind.
I mean, Dash Attack into Sarah, the classic. He's just getting that really early kill on Batman at 80%. That's kind of what you want to see if you're Anthos, right? You want these early stocks on Batman. You don't really want to let him rack up damage against you in that kind of way.
Yes.
But Psyche, I mean, the advantage hit is so strong. Drops the up air, but I mean, that's still another like 40% on Wonder Woman, which can be really nice.
But Anthos, if he knows, Psyche had just one more option. If Anthos kind of just knew what was going on right there, he could have gotten a crazy edge guard and an early kill on Psyche right there. But regardless, still ahead of stock. Not for long. This is a confirm right here at 140. Really good confirm by Psyche right there. Let's see if he can bring it back. 59 damage deficit, but that is nothing for the monster of Gotham that is the Batman.
Yeah, definitely. Like, we already see Psyche has that bat bomb on Anthos. Anthos pops armor to kind of get out of disadvantage, right? But I mean, Psyche's still in a really good spot starting out this combo. But it's really all about like who can get these openings. Anthos playing so passive, but I mean, Batman kind of has better tools in the passive play matchup because he has like these cooldowns that are a little bit more threatening. He has this Batarang. And we see it here where it's like he's trying to play back, but now he's in disadvantage, and it's just so dangerous. The Batman up specials, letting 4 or 5 of them in a row.
Yeah, but Anthos disadvantage looking pretty clean right now, although taking a lot of hits from Psyche. And what I saw earlier from Psyche was a jab, and then he kind of just empty hop, and then got a full, you know, second jab extension. Because there was a nerf recently on Batman down tilt not being able to kind of get jumped out of. So I find it interesting that now, you know, the tool to be used to empty hop out of is actually jab.
Yeah.
Jab-centric game.
All right.
Very good advantage coming in from Psyche right now. However, Anthos kind of talking back to him, trying to find a way to end this game, but not quite finding it. Psyche, almost getting that stock right there.
Wow, really good disadvantage from Anthos, kind of recovering super high against Batman. Eventually does die, but Psyche has a kind of nervous 63% against a character like Wonder Woman, where this is the percent that Psyche died at in his first stock. So it's really going to be about closing up that gap, but 3 weakness is kind of the way to do it in this game.
Yep, 3 weaken. Anthos waiting out the weaken, getting the Sair. That's a kill, and that's the game. Psyche trying to use the Batarang to stall right there, or kind of use it as a kind of tool to, you know, get back to the stage. But Wonder Woman does not care about Batman's measly tools. She has the magical powers of the gods, and of course the goddess Athena, to kind of just bolt on through Batman's tools. Really, really good plays by Anthos right there. Let's see how Psyche can make the response against the Amazonian queen that is Wonder Woman.
Yeah, and going to game 2, I think it's all about like game 1. Like, we saw a lot of really good shield usage from Anthos, you know, in disadvantage, using it to save himself from like juggle scenarios. And then even at the end there, right, he had 3 stacks a weaken and a bat bomb on him, and just was able to cleanse all those away with the effects of you know, like we see it there. He's in disadvantage with a stack of weaken, just instantly pops that shield to kind of cleanse that and then get back an advantage. And we see it getting so much mileage in this set so far. So I think it's all about playing around that if you're Psyche.
Yes, and what I do find interesting is Anthos has finally extended his toolkit on the Wonder Woman. Because if you guys remember from Season 1, in the previous Frostiverses of Madness, Anthos really loved the jab 1-2 neutral tilt on repeat the entirety of every game. So I'm really glad that he finally extended his tool set on the Wonder Woman to do a little bit more damage.
He's using a lot of nairs as well, right? Like nairs into like these jabs into neutral attacks that we see him like love to go for. Psyche though, evening out the game really, really quick, which is so nice if you're a Batman player, because like when Wonder Woman gets the lead on you, it can be so difficult, especially when as defensive as Anthos plays. He's just so patient, where it's like if you make the wrong decisions, then you're just going to take so much percent.
Yes, and being in disadvantage against a powerhouse like Wonder Woman can never feel like a good time, because Wonder Woman just has all the defensive options to kind of just play shield wall, and that is Anthos's kind of style of play into that, right? So Wonder Woman is a really, really suiting character for Anthos, right? But Psyche taking 2 stocks on the board, Anthos only having 1. Let's see how Anthos responds, or how Psyche closes out this game right here in losers quarters. Let's see it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. I think what like Psyche and Anthos right there, like Anthos was kind of just mashing down there at a disadvantage like last stock. And it was really good by Psyche to just like I can like trade these hits and I can eventually just like win that kind of style of gameplay. So really good like adaptation from like Psyche in that neutral, but or in that advantage state. But Anthos, I mean, evening up the stocks or potentially last stock scenario in this game number 2.
Yeah, Psyche trying to pull out the Bat Bomb and disadvantage and just paying for it with the Wonder Woman Stare. You really gotta know when to pull out your tools as Batman, because, you know, Alfred don't come out immediately, you know, with, you know, the Bat Phone, the Bat Gauntlets, and all the Bat tools, right? You gotta give him some time, and time was of the essence right there, and Psyche made the most of it with that stock. Really good plays from Psyche right there, and they're just going match after match right there, man.
Yeah, I think they're just both comfortable. They're like, let's just see who plays better. Also, Anthos is running the default perk set, which is so funny to me. He's just running pure set motivations on Wonder Woman. He's just like, yeah, I don't need perks, I can win.
Yeah,
which is just so sick.
My teammate is me.
Yeah. Probably on the default perk since the perks got reset like a few days ago, but it's still funny to see. And
nice dash in there coming in from Anthos, trying to get that quick and easy edge guard, but Psyche finally getting that mash and batarang that literally just keeps happening, right? Anthos is usually on top of those, right? But that one situation right there, he just wasn't, and Psyche was able to get back on the stage, and that is why the game is even. Really good read on the dodge in. Psyche getting that stock right there. Nice up tilt into up special right there, proving why Batman is still Batman.
Yeah, the patience from Psyche to just kind of, as you said, like wait out that dodge and just like not punish like what he's doing, but what he's about to do is just so important in this matchup. Because Wonder Woman, she has a lot of buttons. A lot of them are pretty safe, but if you can catch out what she's doing, you can predict it and you like know how to punish it. Like as we saw there, you can get those early stocks on her that you kind of need to get as Batman in this matchup.
Yes, and well, Psyche is definitely getting those things in order as Batman. However, getting that stock taken, but hey, 50 damage on a Wonder Woman. We got a pretty sizable lead for Psyche and a Wonder Woman in disadvantage. Hey, gotta jump on that opportunity right here. Up air off of the Bat Bomb. Nice up special mash. Oh, another up special mash coming in from Psyche right there. Really good plays coming in from him. Let's see how he approaches this possible last neutral interaction. However, Anthos kind of getting the burners started here. Armor. It's only gonna last for 2 seconds. Yep, there it is. Psyche waiting out the armor.
On.
Yep,
it's so crazy like how comfortable Psyche is with such little stage control, because Anthos is just kind of running across the stage and Psyche's like kind of in the corner, just like really content to just kind of stay there. But yeah, like I don't know, it's just like how do you play against a Wonder Woman with so much stage control, and he's doing it so well.
Yeah, how do you play into a Batman with so much stage control and so much presence? Not even stage control, but presence. There is so many tools that Batman. Oh my gosh!
What a side air! Just both these players are just so good at like when the other person's off stage, they're just like, I'm just gonna go for an option. Like they're like, I'm picking my timings and I'm just gonna commit that I've like read the right thing. And Anthos especially has gotten so many of them, but Psyche answering with his own stare there to kind of secure that stock.
Yeah, and Psyche looking to end this game right here with 82 on the board for Anthos' stock right here. Anthos closing out that stock could make something happen right here. But
in burnout with Bat Bomb,
Yep, there it is. Oh my gosh, these Bat Bomb confirms are just beautiful from Psyche. These jab confirms, beautiful from Psyche. Up on Anthos. Anthos is on his back foot. One thing to note. Oh yeah, one thing to note, ladies and gentlemen, is this is losers. There's a lot on the line here. We usually see these guys fight in winners. So whoever loses this goes home.
I mean, yeah, if Psyche loses this, Anthos has to win another one after it, but I mean, this is Anthos' tournament game, right? And I mean, Psyche's just so good, like, whenever he's just so, like, patient, right? Like, we normally think of Anthos as, like, some of the most patient players in the game. But Psyche is so patient himself, right? And just like so good at just like playing neutral, even against a character like Wonder Woman with just so many options.
Yes, sir. And Psyche is proving to just kind of get around those options, get around those tools right now. Really good Sair, really good jab battering into down tilt, into up tilt, up special, up tilt again into up special off of the platform. Always use the platforms, ladies and gentlemen. They can lead to the most satisfying early confirms in the game, right? That wasn't quite super early, but hey, they help to get those early confirms, right? Especially at like percentages like 40, 50. Really satisfying.
All right. But already we just see Psyche kind of extending this lead, like in this potential last game for Anthos, right? He's just like, I have the lead and I'm gonna wait for you to do something like even there, like we see him like punishing these like early dodges and early approaches that just aren't like properly spaced on Psyche. And it's just like, it's so dangerous, right? Especially when Psyche has that lead this big.
Yeah, you really don't want to overextend, especially against a player like Psyche, using Batman in quite possibly the most optimal way. No overextensions, almost like no mix-ups in advantage state when it comes to like, you know, ground that's like, oh my gosh.
The consistent kills on Wonder Woman at like sub 50% with these bat bomb setups are everything. And that's, I mean, that's the 3-1 and that's a
gosh.
That's just such a confident 3-1. I mean,
Yeah,
really well played.
The bat bomb confirms, man. Oh my gosh, he's looking like me out there. Anyways, really good set by Psyche and really good run by Anthos, man. The Batman just has the contingency plan for every Justice League member, as well as the villains, man. Hey, might have seen the Psyche Joker, but hey, Batman has, well, does one of them
I wish.
plans, you know? Does Wonder Woman have contingency plans like Batman does? You know, she has the sword of
doesn't look like it, unfortunately. She's got so much, but she doesn't have an answer to Batman, unfortunately.
And Batman's just a human, you know.
Yeah, he's just a guy. But going into our next set, right? We're looking at another Wonder Woman, right? We're going to be watching Jungle and then Eris, the Powerpuff Girls player. And I don't know, I'm so excited for this one because we saw, you know, Anthos is like a little bit more methodical Wonder Woman, right? A little bit more passive. And then you got Jungle going against Eris, who is in the last game of the last set, got 3 touch of deaths and ended it in 45 seconds. So I have no idea how this one's going to go, but I'm just excited to see like how this is going to play out between the two of them.
Oh yeah, especially since Wonder Woman is on kind of the heavier side comparative to Harley, right? Let's see if it'll take 2 nairs instead of 1.
Not the 2 nairs.
2 nairs instead of 1.
Maybe. I don't know.
Wonder Woman is still the good way, you know, to get comboed by PPG. Yeah. It's harder to DI out of still. So we'll definitely see it right here, ladies and gentlemen. Jungle versus Eris.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I saw some touch of deaths that game that I didn't even know were possible, right? So I think I saw like 4 different ways that Harley just died in 0. So going into this Wonder Woman match, we'll see if there are any more new ways that we can see to get these early kills.
Oh yeah, so Jungle is gonna have to do a really good job on kind of avoiding the PPG dash attack nair, you know. Can't afford getting hit by jab either, or down tilt, you know. Can't really afford getting hit by much.
There are like 5 different moves where you just can't get hit by or else you risk dying. So we're going to see how Jungle really plays against PPG in this matchup and see, I don't know, because Jungle probably has a little bit more experience against Eris than most players do. So we'll get to see like how that matchup like matters for this set.
Yeah, especially with the Wonder Woman armor kind of helping him, whether it be an advantage, disadvantage, right? And let's see kind of like the pathing that Jungle takes on. Oh, well, there goes the pathing.
Yeah, Eris just being so patient with that up special, just waiting it out. But yeah, doing so well to just. Yeah, I mean, like, what do? You wait, and then you do an option, you get up specialed, you wait, you can potentially get nared or up specialed, and it's just like, oh my god, it's so dangerous.
Yes, very dangerous. Yeah, Jungle was really opting to play low there, but the up special kind of clipped him regardless.
And I mean, another weighted up special and a dash attack just to secure that kill, and Eris fully like. I mean, oh no, don't kill here, please.
And,
Okay,
oh
we're
my gosh. Hey, we're still in the game, ladies and gentlemen.
we're still in the game. It's still possible, but oh my, it looks so hard. Just like the presence of like up special that just covers so much space, just makes it so much more dangerous. And it, like, I don't know, we see it here, just true combos into everything.
Yeah, so jungle has to fight an uphill. Is this even an uphill battle or like a boulder mountain? Like
I think there's a it's an uphill battle, but Eris is at the top pushing rocks onto jungle as he tries to nair past it.
yeah, like this is just insane because one of them edge guarding is only so good, right? And one of them's advantage is not this, right? She may be the tankiest character in the game, but man, she
it's dominant, but it's not kill you at 0 dominant. And Wonder Woman in burnout here at 100%. It's so dangerous. And that might be game. DI's the nair really well. Good up air to try and defend against that aggressive option. But jab into up tilt is just enough to do it. And I mean, like, it's one of those things where it's like you're looking at it, you like watch it, you watch Eris play, and you're like, you know, you just need to kind of like dodge some of this stuff, and then you fight against Eris, and it's like. It's just a bunch of like coin tosses basically. Every single time Powerpuff Girls kind of waits off stage, it's a coin toss. And if you guess wrong, you die. And it's just like, you see it there. It's just so dangerous.
Yeah, like it feels like a 50-50, but it's more like a 70-30 type deal. And Eris is just really good at landing on heads.
Yeah,
a lot of the time.
it's like a 50-50, but like instead of a 50-50, it's like those old like Finn like touch of deaths, right? Where it's like it's technically like a dodge or like DI, right? But you always have the option to cover it. So it's never really a 50-50, and that's kind of what it feels like here.
Yes, and Eris proving to really have a lot of coverage in this scenario right here, especially in advantage state off of those like weighted up specials like you said. You know, it could be a Sair, it could be another Nair, it could be a mash in. Like there's just a lot to figure out here, and most players are just gonna kind of fast fall down, and Eris has really kind of gotten used to that. We saw a lot of fast falls, especially from the Legend set, especially from this set as well, with Jungle's first stock. But you know, if you fast fall, you die at 40. So
yeah,
you kind of have to weigh your options, especially out there. See what Eris kind of goes for, and already just wow.
That's a 5-second stock, and
oh my, yeah, Jungle is just not having it right now. This is this may or may not be the set right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yikes.
Yeah, that
might be the fastest tournament game I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I mean,
hey man, there's a lot of stuff in the game right now. That happens to be one of them.
Yeah, that's
G regime, as we like to call it, right?
Yeah,
the triple threat.
Sometimes you just gotta shake your head and go next patch, you know. And right now with the state of like Powerpuff Girls like touch of deaths, where you can basically get TOD'd off like pretty much anything, it's just like, what do you do? You know what I mean?
Yeah, the volatility of Powerpuff Girls is at an absolute maximum, right? Like Banana Guard, very impressive character in the way he can kind of touch to death you up tilt, up air, up special, but with PPG, there's a little bit more neutral at play. You have more tools to kind of open up those plays, whereas Banana Guard is up tilt, up tilt, up tilt, up tilt. I'll eventually land one, right? But it looks like that wasn't the set, ladies and gentlemen. It just looks like a reset right here. You might have just, you know, GG go next, right? He just wanted a little bit of extra footing in this game right here. So let's see how kind of Jungle mentally reset from that last game.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just so dangerous, right? Like Jungle's doing really good options, but like you recover back, and then PPG just takes you from the one side of the stage to the other, and then you're suddenly still in disadvantage, and it's like, oh my gosh, what do you do? And Legend was answering it by just like never kind of like losing neutral at times, but like when you're not on a character like Harley with these really good like projectiles and like setup tools, it's like, what do? You know? Because it looks so hard as Wonder Woman to fight against these characters.
Yeah, because PPG is definitely in the contender for being one of, if not probably the best kind of like brawler kind of esque characters, right? Where they're like, you know, hand-to-hand combat, yeah, like we got that, right? You know, they got the phone line to kind of help him as well. Oh my gosh, that was almost disgusting from Eris right there.
Almost another touch of death in this set, but I mean, these downers are so good from Eris, kind of waiting out Jungle's options, even though Jungle's been really good about not getting hit by them in the past 2 games. But
yeah,
already like
Eris doing a good job right here, getting another one. That's a stock. That's 70.
Yeah, just the narrative special is just like, what do you do? Take your hit. Take your hit.
Oh, well, is Jungle done? Or was that
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's a pretty quick 3-0 for Eris, but I mean,
was that a reset 3-0? What is
I
happening?
think that was a 3-0, right?
Is it? Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's I mean,
fortunate.
fast 3-0, and I don't know. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like sometimes like you're just fighting a matchup and it's like this is not playable, and Jungle probably felt like that too, and just decides to speed things along, I guess.
Yeah, because Jungle does have secondaries. I do believe he does have a Batman, if I'm not mistaken, right? It may not be, you know, the best, right? It might not be like, you know, crazy, like Psyche, perfect Bat Bomb timings, whatever. But, you know, it could get the job done. At least you got Batarang, you know, Bat Bomb to play off of, right? You know, even just the anti-airs might help as well to kind of keep PPG off the ground and really reel in those anti-airs, whether it be up special, up tilt, all of those tools, right? Because, you know, Batman may have better, well, definitely has better tools than Wonder Woman. If you're going to die in one hit, you might as well play the character that has better neutral tools, you know?
Yeah, I hard agree. And like, I mean, sometimes it's just like in the moment, it's like I just want to, you know, like you feel like you can win on, you know, like Wonder Woman, but against a character like Powerpuff Girls, it's like you're at such a disadvantage. Where it could just be so hard to like kind of do anything, and we kind of saw it that game, unfortunately, where it's just like so hard. But we're moving on quickly into our next set, right? We get to see Eris once again, and against Psyche. So we get to see that like Rowdy Rough Boys versus Batman matchup that we were kind of talking about earlier, and I mean, we're gonna just see like how Psyche plays around PPG and like how Batman's better neutral can try and help him against this absolute menace of a character.
Right, yeah, and if anyone ought to do it, I've said this many times, even away from Frosty's, Batman might be the answer, right? He kind of goes into a lot of characters really well into this patch. He is kind of, you know, counter meta, right? People kind of consider him still very high tier, right? But obviously, you know, he can't really, you know, touch people and kill them in one shot, right? He's still got to use, you know, most of his kit to make stuff happen, right? Whether it be Bat Bomb, Batarang, you know, anti-airs and all that, you know, stuff, right? Of course, there is that combo that does, you know, 40 damage, right? But hey, 40 damage is not a kill, right? Like PPG can kind of just do.
Yeah, I still think Batman is pretty heavy meta right now, I'm gonna be honest. I see it a little bit differently than you do, I think. But I mean, we've seen like Psyche obviously do some pretty amazing stuff against most of the other like really good characters in this game. So it'll be interesting to see like how he does against PPG, because I don't think I've really seen this matchup too many times in tournament.
Yes, sir. And Batman is honestly a character you don't really, or well, I haven't seen much in tournament as of late. There have been, you know, some players, you know, aside from Psyche, like Dapper and, well, Krishan kind of has a Batman, but, you know, he isn't a main Batman by any means. But he's pulled it out, won some sets, as well as Uzi, right? Won some sets. Batman's really a good secondary character, right? And good stock by Eris, by the way. Let's see how Psyche can respond appropriately. Doing really well, not getting zeroed out.
And yikes, Eris catches out that punch by Psyche, and I mean, you just lose your stock so fast. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like you just get caught out once and you're suddenly a full stock behind in a kind of matchup like this. And we're just gonna see if Psyche can manage to really bring it back. We see him get like a little bit of a jab opening, gets another one there at 50% for PPG, but we're still not at kill percent. If he maybe gets a Bat Bomb confirmed, he might be able to do it, but it doesn't look like he's gonna be able to as of now.
Yeah, because Psyche is at a deficit right now, and you really do not want to be in a deficit against a character like PPG. A character that can, well, you know, kill you.
POD you, yeah. All right,
Yes,
but I mean,
sir.
right here, Psyche needs this kill soon. He's not gonna get it, but oh no, an up special. We see how dangerous this
But the
is.
grapple. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, the grapple. Such a good tool to get back, right? Batman is the answer for the TOD meta. If played correctly and if you have good enough disadvantage, and Batman does indeed have the peak disadvantage with glide, grapple, like we just saw.
Batarang, yeah. All
And
those skills coming
Batarang.
together. But I mean, Psyche doing so well, getting that kill. I mean, it's 2-2, both players on one stock. I mean, and Psyche gets the first opening. How far can he really take this?
And he take it far already with 44 on the board against PPG. That's pretty huge. But Batman at 80. This is prime percentage for PPG. That's not 0. Let's see how this can kind of happen.
Yeah, and I mean, a bat bomb.
Bat bomb. Let's see if it can put some work. Doesn't put in any work, unfortunately. Let's see it.
It's there. I mean,
Another up B. This is looking to be in Psyche's favor right now, percentage-wise, although in a questionable spot against
the
PPG.
dash attack is just enough to raw kill at 90%. I mean, off the top.
Sir.
It's just, I mean, it just kills.
Gotta be careful
Yeah.
against PPG.
Yeah,
Man,
you
oh man, oh man.
I mean, you DI up, you DI in, you get killed off the top, and you DI out and you get killed off the side at 90%. And it's just like, what do you do? So going into this game too, I mean, like we saw Psyche playing really well in neutral, but I mean, he lost a full stock to a touch of death there, right?
yeah,
and even
just
still
at
was not close.
29. Like just 29 as well. Like, oh my
Yeah,
gosh. But
it's-
Psyche played that really, really well, considering all. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, their
Very
dash back
nice.
into the side special
Hey,
read is just
that
so
was
good.
Ballsy coming from Eris right there. So good thing he got the confirm right there.
Oh, so
Psyche
he's
tried to
barely
play
dropping
ballsy
it.
as well,
And they
but
might die for it. And he dies for it.
Oh my gosh,
Dude,
only a
you-
dodge up or a dodge down.
The worst part is, right? Like, did I kill him at 0%?
Yes, okay. Maybe Batman wasn't the answer we were looking for.
Okay.
We gotta play a little too perfect.
I mean, okay. So really quick, I just want to, that second stock, right? He dodged early, right? And what happens if you don't dodge early is you die. And what happens if you dodge early is you also, I don't know. PPG
Yeah.
is just one of those characters where it's like, there's so many options and they all kill you. And it's like, what do you do? Psyche is arguably the best once player in the game, and it just looks like there's nothing you can do about it. And it's just like, oh.
Yeah, because in that second stock as well, he did get caught in the air. He used both of his jumps, right? So like he only had the kind of dodge button to use, and as well as specials. So it's
Yeah.
like, do I mash into
And,
PPG horizontally?
Everyone,
Or
we
not?
got a character swap coming into game number 3. Psyche pulling out the classic, the Joker that everyone knows him for from his dominance early in the beta. I am really excited to see it. Joker, obviously not as dominant or as insane as he was on earlier patches, but I'm really excited to see his Joker back to make an attempt at beating Eris's Powerpuff Girls.
Right, already with the explosive start, rather than doing the Psyche classic of just kind of just waiting there, card, waiting there, card, jab. A lot more explosive gameplay. Really, really interesting coming in from Psyche. And of course, the Joker wait might actually help him out,
Yeah.
But if you get touched one time, you're kind of dead anyway. So hey,
One of the really nice things about Joker into Powerpuff Girls, right, is that Powerpuff Girls has a lot of like grounded options, and Joker down special and cards are really good at kind of punishing a lot of what Powerpuff Girls wants to do. Like you see here, Psyche's going for a lot of down specials in this matchup already, and Joker is so good at kind of punishing those.
Yeah, so it might actually be the play to kind of play, the Joker, as well as it might be a comfort pick for Psyche.
I mean,
oh my.
all of those things just barely hit, and it's still true competent to death. Oh no, the up special edge guard. It could be. I mean, he's at kill percent. He's at 19% on Joker. It's so dangerous. Gets hit by the nair into the dash attack. Fully waits. Manages to dodge out Eris's up special, but like, I mean, you basically have to play perfectly in this matchup, and Psyche's going about as close as you can, but it's just so hard.
Yeah, it's just so hard. Fast falls right there. Unfortunately, gets hit by the dare. Oh, he tries to go for a
Wow.
dare of his own.
And then the
but it's
nair.
not fast enough. Oh my gosh.
This is insane.
Yeah, but
I mean,
talking back to him, even game. Don't
Yeah.
count him out just yet. Psyche is known for, well, usually 3-0s, but hey, might be, you know, a reverse 3-0 here, you know?
maybe, but we'll really have to see. I mean, the nairs and the air dash X are so hard to deal with. He's doing so well at just like playing neutral around PPG, but it can be so hard. Bad side special there gets punished.
Combo. Oh,
Yeah.
tries
Oh,
to-
and
yeah, he dies. Oh my gosh, an impressive 3-0 mega upset for Eris into Psyche, man. Oh my gosh.
Just
The end of the legacy right here and now, ladies and gentlemen. Oh
I mean,
my gosh.
yeah, that's like a 6 or 7 tournament streak, by the way, that just got broken by Eris. That is
wild.
That is absurd. I mean, we all saw it, right? It's just so much like Powerpuff Girls dominance. It's I don't even know how to like describe the it's just one of those things. I don't know.
Yeah, the PPG are very dominant right now, and even when they came out, Psyche was doing some things on the PPG, kind of experimenting them whenever they had, you know, unlimited, you know, dash attack, do the zoomy right in there.
Yeah.
And of course, even without the zoomy, you know, there was the down tilt into nair into like elemental attack, I believe, right? So, hey, I was surprised he pulled out the Joker, you know, as late as he did, or even quite possibly, you know, the PPG Ditto to kind of answer back at Eris could have been an option as well. But enough about last set, ladies and gentlemen. Misty C versus Eris.
This I think one of the nice things about this matchup is that Bugs kind of hits Powerpuff Girls really hard as well. They're a kind of big character and they're not super heavy, so Bugs is a pretty good time of just like juggling and killing them. So hopefully in this match we'll see a little bit more of like both sides kind of touch of death to each other, I guess. But we'll really have to see this match.
Yeah, but PPG's advantage state is just spin to win, baby. As well as Bugs, kinda, you know, with the nair button.
Which is a dodge
you know,
in.
Both of their nairs are, you know, spinning to winning, minute to win it, like that one Wendy's deal. Spin it to win it, minute to win it, you know?
Yeah, oh my gosh, this is... Wait, wow, PPG just barely manages to dodge that rocket that Missy spawned, but Missy in a really good spot. PPG was in burnout. I don't know if Missy knew. He probably could have gotten another sider if he went for it. But Missy doing a really good job of like kind of playing around like PPG's like kill conditions. This might be a kill. Nope, barely not.
Yeah, down
This,
to
first game.
nair. Tried to side special, didn't get much out of it. Misty's nair is out, well, you know, prioritizing that side special right there. And that's that for Bunny at 100 raw dash attack right there. Oh my gosh. But might be a stock right here for Misty C.
Answers it right back with the jab up till into up air that we kind of know Bugs Bunny for at this point. They're beating out the tunnel escape, but still nothing big is being gained. Now PPG in advantage state. Kind of just takes him to the other side of the stage. These nairs are so disjointed. Missy barely living at 56 at the top, but he's gonna try and make his way back. Uses his setup tools to kind of make his way back.
Yeah, but these setup tools are just not finding its way back. They kind of got lost in the PPG helicopter spinny winny Beyblade, unfortunately. So let's see if Misty C can make anything out of this last stock that he has here to get some early kills. And he is really good at getting these early kills, right? Whether it be from edge guards or vertical kills, as well as Eris. Oh, reversal coming in. Oh, but Eris.
Double dare.
Eris.
Up special, can't find the kill though just yet. Missy has to make it back, and Eris reads the jump and just up specials him for it. Kills at 41%.
Yeah,
I mean,
really good up special coming in from Eris. I'm not gonna lie, that was a really pretty good read, pretty good jump read right there. You know, so Misty C has just really, again, it's just that neutral game. You cannot lose neutral against PPG. But
Yeah.
if you do, disadvantage has to be on lock, as well as the fact just not getting confirmed into the blast zone, right? Kind of mixing up your DI as much as possible, even though it seems kind of impossible, right? As Eris has been kind of rolling through these sets right here with dominant performances because he's just really, really elusive on the PPG, as well as PPG kind of just being a dominant character right now. So let's see what Misty C can do in response right here. So how will Misty win right here? Lion?
I really think it all comes down to like getting these early kills on PPG, right? And winning these neutral interactions. Like getting these up airs like you see him going for there, right? Getting these early leads and then being able to kind of hold that lead. It's really hard against a character like Powerpuff Girls who can just make any comeback, right? But I think you gotta, like, you have to get the lead early because playing down against the PPG is just so hard. Like we've seen it in every single match so far, but Misty doing a really good job here, kind of extending his lead that he currently has, only taking 28%, but we know from every match so far that he's at death percent against PPG, so.
Yes, sir. PPG can indeed kill at 0, 40, 45, 55, 60, 70, 80, 100, pretty much every percentage known to man, right?
Yep.
But, of course, Bugs Bunny is a thief as well, right? But it does take a sizable amount of work to land those, you know, up rockets, those descending safes, and really good disadvantage coming in from Misty C. A tunnel. Whoa, what is that?
I've never seen that bug before. But I really, regardless of the bug, I really love how Misty's using these rockets to kind of make it back, right? Every other character in the game pretty much has to worry about PPG like up special just hitting them. But if you have like this defensive rocket tool, you can use it in order to like make your recoveries possible. And really good from Eris there, using the side special to actually break the bug safe because it's a command grab. And then able to get the kill off of that, which is really, really smart.
Yes. But Misty C,
Oh no.
disadvantage
And
really bad. 25. Oh my gosh, that's all she wrote for that stock as well. But Misty C using the tunnel, getting an air up there, getting a read on the save, but
the rocket.
Oh my gosh.
It's just not
Bugs
enough.
Bunny is doing Bugs Bunny things.
But it's still just not enough. Oh, PPG advantage state. Misty at 29%. It's still so dangerous. Down tilt into Nair, not gonna do enough. Misty mixing up the DI to not get hit. Dodging the dash attack. I mean, still going off stage. He's being so risky here against Powerpuff Girls. Eris missing that up special. It could be everything. Side special into Sair. Gets the down special read. In disadvantage. Misty in burnout off the top blast zone. And I mean, it's
rocket, bouncy safe setup. Misty trying to find his way back down.
Oh, actually, yeah.
Yikes.
Jab into up tilt's just so strong, and that's game number 2 for Eris in this matchup. Misty almost had it, but again, you just lose your stock at 0%, and like, I don't know.
Yes, sir. This is a very, very volatile matchup on both ways, right?
Yeah.
But PPG just really a dominant force in this bracket right now. No one truly has that answer, right? We've seen time and time again people getting close, right? But not quite getting the games, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, PPG's kind of really a good game ender as well as an amazing game starter, right?
It's just like she has everything. She has kills, she has combos. She has even like good neutral, right? She has so many moves that are borderline unpunishable. Like we see Misty doing his best to try and punish a lot of these moves, but like some of these are just safe, like completely. And they all lead into touch of deaths.
Right, really good rocket coming in from Misty. Even game right now, but it's never even when a character can kind of, you know, touch of death you. Oh my gosh, reversal coming in from Eris. Cannot overextend against Powerpuff Girls. You cannot overextend against Powerpuff Girls at all. And here,
oh no, that's another death. Another the up special dash attack killing at 0%.
Yeah,
it's
cannot overextend. Cannot overextend at all.
Dude, the Rowdy Rough Boys are just so strong. Oh my gosh, he goes for the down special, like the swap conversion there to try and get a new combo. Oh, Misty almost dying at 0% again. It's just like manages to get back. No, the command grab. I don't
Yeah, Misty's on
What do
his
you
back
do?
foot, and we're seeing a lot of overextensions right now coming in from Misty C, but gets the rocket into the tunnel, confirmed. All right, we might see something here. Nair.
All starts
up
off
tilt.
Nair.
Oh, tries to
Oh,
get
Misty-
in there, he
yeah.
doesn't quite get it. Unfortunate. Oh, but the safe, there goes the safe. Not much to play with now. He has a rocket in case he's in the back foot, in disadvantage, uses
That's
it
it.
for advantage. Oh
Misty
my
could make the
god.
comeback. It's so possible. He's at 45%, but that's a kill percent anyways. Like, it's so winnable. He gets a really crazy kill there using a lot of the setup tools and getting hard reads. Another Nair into the up tilt. Tries to go for another Nair read there. Can't get it. Down tilt Nair. That should be a...
Can he find his way back? Gets the Nair, tries a fully charged Sarah, doesn't quite get it. Gets a tunnel for advantage state. Eris pushing through, side special. Dare to try to find its mark, didn't quite get it. Using the save for a setup. Tried to option select with the jab, didn't quite get it. Eris,
The up
in
air.
advantage state.
Oh, the
Is
down
the
special
down
gets
special?
there. Misty just needs to make it back, gets a side air, tries to go off stage, but the up special is too much. I mean, we saw it a lot that game, right, where Misty kind of went off stage to try and make these gaps up, but there's just nothing you can do about it sometimes.
Yeah,
Like, you have to play stage and just kind of hope that you can just edge guard them coming back.
Yeah.
But he went off stage and, you know, he ended up getting punished for it a lot that set.
Yeah, ended up overextending all three stocks in that last game, unfortunately,
Well,
right?
Some of them. He died in zero like twice. It's fine.
I mean,
but-
you can't give him even an inch. You
That's
get
true.
the stock
That's
taken
true.
for you. You know, you cannot make those risks. You gotta outweigh the risks and rewards when fighting PPG, especially PPG and Banana Guard, and you know, any character that can kind of just, you know, do stuff like
all
that,
the touch
right?
of death characters this patch, but I mean, it was a good attempt by Misty. A lot of the games were close, but like, it's just such an uphill battle to fight a character that can just eliminate you at any percent. And as we go into this final match, we're gonna get to see Eris coming from loser side against Oog, who is sitting pretty comfortably in winner side, about to fight someone who's been tearing through losers brackets with 3 O's and pretty much across the board.
Yeah, Oog has had the run of his life, taking out some crazy demons on winner's side, right? Taking over, at least in this top 8. He took out Misty C, right? He took out Jungle as well in this top 8, as well as plenty of other people in his run to get to top 8. But of course, winner's side comes with that advantage of only being able to, only needing to, not being able to, win 3 games within a set to take home gold, right?
Yeah, definitely. Having that advantage, that just security and knowing that you have that like set, you know, to kind of warm up, much like you would warm up a hot pocket. Just having that extra set of security is just so important in terms of getting that advantage and kind of learning like how to play around a character as dominant as Powerpuff Girls. So going into this final match, it's going to be such a like, I mean, Oog has had a few sets to watch Eris kind of play and like kind of try and understand as much as you can how Eris plays. So we're gonna end up seeing, you know, how this goes.
Yes. Now, grand finals, ladies and gentlemen, back at home. Now is the time. Heat up that hot pocket, take it out, and enjoy the set. We got Eris versus Oog the Legend. Oog already with the explosive start, does not want to give PPG even an inch, even a mile, no space at all to breathe. But Eris obviously not going to let that happen. He's going to have plans of his own.
Yeah, and already Oog is doing such a good job in kind of mitigating a lot of like the neutral of Powerpuff Girls. Gun is such a safe tool to deal with how Eris likes to recover off stage, which is recover from with like these up specials that no other character can really punish. But we see Oog doing such a good job securing that first kill really early, which is so important against PPG.
Yes, sir. And Oog the Legend already taking out 1 stock from Eris, and Eris looking at the burnout opportunity that is being presented. Oog only at 44. This is a lot of this isn't a lot of mileage for PPG, considering Oog was in burnout right here. Usually that would be a stock. Usually that'd be a stock.
I mean, it's just like the difference. Like Oog is just playing so well in disadvantage against Powerpuff Girls. I don't know what that interaction was, but it saves Oog there and lets him get another 40% on the board. Again, Eris struggling to recover here against Oog. He's in disadvantage and it's really hard for him to get out. And that should be the stock. Yep. Jab up tilt up air. It's a kill confirm and it's just so solid.
Yes.
Gonna
Oog,
DI.
the legend, proving why he might possibly be the legend. Eris has been a monster in the bracket, right? So Oog is saying, watch and learn, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you handle the rowdy rough boys.
And already, like, Oog is doing so well in disadvantage. I don't think we've seen anybody in this tournament so far live like 4 different disadvantage interactions with Eris, but Oog is doing such a good job in this game of like getting out of disadvantage essentially, and we're gonna have to see it again here. Like Eris gets a hit that could just lead to so much, but doing so well to kind of get around that.
Yeah.
I love the DI. He's mixing it up so well on these down tilts, but is it enough against like PPG?
Eris not quite getting the jump read. Nice little jab coming in from Oog.
That hit!
And a down tilt. Oh my, hey, anything goes.
I mean, anything goes against Powerpuff Girls. But
goes.
that jab is an anti-air, kind of getting a little bit more percent. But Eris in that advantage state, gonna take so much. Oog though recovers. I mean, he's still in disadvantage. Use that side special to be able to get back. It could be everything. I mean, PPG is close to jab up tilt up air gun percent. And close to jab up tilt up air. We'll see it here. Is it enough? Nope. Opts to go for the down special or the downwards ankle gun instead. But 100% at PPG is kill percent. But
yeah,
it's still close.
Find a jab within 2 stocks. There it is.
Yep, and there it is.
Oog, the legend, putting the game on the board convincingly.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Oog the legend proving why he is the legend.
And like one really important thing to notice in this matchup, right, is the fact that like PPG is a character where it's like their neutral is technically worse than a lot of other characters, but their advantage state is just so beyond anyone else that it kind of doesn't matter at times. But Agent Smith is a character where like defensively he is incredibly solid, and we saw that throughout that match where like Eris was on ledge struggling to get up against like those neutral gun setups that Smith was putting out, and like he was getting dash jabbed a lot for these less safe aerials that he was trying to do.
Yeah, Oog is just really finding a lot of mileage with the Agent Smith jab as well as gun, as he is, you know, throughout the entirety of this set and as well as the sets from before. But what I do find interesting is Agent Smith doesn't have crazy...
Wow, what a read! Oh my gosh, a 0 to death for Oog himself. I mean, that was such a solid read. It goes for that down special into the wall.
Yes, that was really good coming from Oog, but as I was saying before, you know, Agent Smith doesn't have, like, the craziest disadvantage, you know? There is no Batman Glide or Bugs Rocket here, you know? So it is interesting seeing how Oog is kind of dealing with Eris and disadvantage, right, Lion?
Yeah, I think one thing to note about his disadvantage is that it's kind of bad like vertically, but like horizontally you have gun, and that's such a strong option against most of the cast, where like in like side special that we saw him use earlier, but like vertically it's kind of struggling. But Eris is often just setting up for horizontal kills, right? These kills, you know, setting up off the top, where Agent Smith doesn't really have to worry about getting high, just towards the side. So it actually kind of mitigates some of those weaknesses of Agent Smith's recovery that we see in other matchups.
Yeah, like, but Oog the legend is just really dilating in here. Really good disadvantage yet again coming in from Oog the legend. Let's see how Eris could possibly end this stock. Let's see how Oog could possibly end his stock as well. Oh my gosh, that down special.
The spacing was so great from Oog there to kind of dodge that. And I love Oog's high recoveries. Like, a lot of people are really scared to go high against Powerpuff Girls, but as we see from Oog, like, if you have the tools to do it, it's absolutely a viable option in the matchup. A Sarah won't be enough to end the stock for Oog, but I mean, it'll be close. Really good use of the side platforms to try and make it back for Eris.
Gosh, really good dodge.
Man, just dodge that nair. Can't secure the kill yet, but I mean, Oog, lands that Sarah and full stock up.
Yeah, full stock up for Oog the legend. However, that could very well. Oh my gosh!
What DI? Oh my gosh!
No one would dare ever do that against PPG, but hey, that might be the answer that everybody's looking for. Similar to Bugs Bunny in there, a lot of people are very afraid to kind of DI in, right? But you have to account for, you know, the drift that both of those characters have.
I think part of it is like he's doing so well at mixing up his DI where he's DIing in and out on the down tilt and on the nair and on the dash attack, right? So it's all about like it's making Eris have to do so much guessing, and that's how you win this matchup. The gun drops, unfortunately, but I mean Oog is still almost at a kill. He's got PPG at kill percent at that stock advantage, and that should be game. Yeah.
Oog the legend taking the second game of Grand Finals, putting Eris in the back foot, possibly ending Eris's run and securing gold in Frostiverse of Madness number 4. Will Oog the legend be able to take it? Or will Eris get out of the back foot and be able to reset? Find out right now, ladies and gentlemen, back at home. 2-0 going towards Oog the legend.
Yeah, 2-0 in Oog's favor. It's everything on the line for Eris. Eris needs to win 3 straight matches against someone who's 2-stocked him both games, and Oog already off with an explosive start, getting that edge guard opportunity on PPG. They've reset to neutral, but I mean, Oog is just so confident.
Yeah, Oog's confidence has been really, really good into this set. His DI has been really, really good. His recovery has been pretty much unmatched. We have not seen anybody dare to attempt to DI in on the Powerpuff, or well, Rowdy Rough Boys in this case. Yet again.
I mean, is it DI in or is it DI up? Because I think it could be either one. I'm not actually sure.
Yeah, well, one of those two. I'm pretty sure it's
oh my god,
DI
the
in.
jab up tilt up air. It kills it. I mean, that just kills so early on PPG. And getting those consistent kills on PPG at percents that like are pretty decent is so important as Agent Smith. And already here we see Oog pressing this advantage state. Eris at 41% in disadvantage. Can't really manage to get it back, but lands that nair. This could be an edge guard conversion, but Oog goes high again. He's done it almost every single time he's in disadvantage, and Eris isn't covering it.
Yeah, usually Eris would opt to kind of use up special or like Sarah to kind of covers like those jump reads, right? But Oog is just, you know, he's just not covering it for whatever reason, right? He's been doing really good, you know, doing it for the rest of the bracket, but I guess Oog just has that war on him right now.
I mean, Eris on tournament stock. Oog on his first of the game. Potential last stock situation. Lands the, oh my god, lands the floor bounce combo. 42%, 50% off stage. Lands the gun. Can he get a 3 stock on the final game of our tournament? Oh my gosh, this is insane.
Yeah, this Agent Smith jab is getting a lot of mileage right now, as well as the gun to prevent Powerpuff Girl, well, Rowdy Rough Boys from getting onto the stage. Another gun, another jab. That's the game.
3 stocks him going into the last game. We were used to seeing Eris absolutely dominate, but wow, it's such amazing gameplay coming in from Oog to secure that final game in the Multiverses of Madness number 4. I mean,
my gosh,
that looked like a walk in the park. He did so well.
Gentlemen, that was quite the legendary performance from Oog the legend right there. There's a reason why there's the legend at the end of that name, right? You know, it wouldn't be the legend without it, right? So congratulations again to Oog the legend for securing the win in the Frostiverse of Madness numero 4. Really good plays by a lot of people, everyone we've seen today in this bracket. Congratulations to Eris getting that run as well. And of course, shout out Hot Pockets, as well as the people in the background, our producer, Nick, clicking buttons, pressing all the slides. You know, we, even though, you know, we don't press slides, we kind of, you know, click on them.
Yeah, but he's done an amazing job this tournament. Thanks to him and all the production staff for doing it. Thank you so much to Hot Pockets for sponsoring this $1,000 tournament, and to Frost Esports for running these weekly tournaments and doing an absolutely amazing job the entire time. I mean, that was such an amazing tournament to watch. It was really fantastic, and I'm so excited to see what the next ones look like.
Yes, sir. A lot of upsets, a lot of canon matchups, even a streak ender kind of just fit in there. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been the 4th Frostiverse of Madness in the multiverse. Have a great night, ladies and gentlemen. It has been me, Costy, as well as Mr. Liontoast. That will be it. Have a great night, ladies and gentlemen.
Even now, you're coming up to me, fire lighting up the sky. Feel the ground shaking underneath, trying to take me